I got my headset back on now, but I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. thanks again to Bradley Central High School and the game coming up tonight between the Bears and the Owls of Ooltewah High School here from Jimmy Little Field and Earl for the first time in, 3 weeks. We're back home, and it feels good to be here in our home broadcast booth.
Well, it sure does. Gary, the Ooltewah Owls are here providing the competition tonight. Ooltewah is last year or this year, they've been rebuilding, trying to get back to their former glory. They're not what you would call a quality team that's expected to win 7-8 games at least in a season, but nevertheless, they are one of the bigger schools in Hamilton County, and they have a long tradition of not just in football, but in baseball, basketball, every other sport, particularly girls softball, of having a quality high school sports program. So the Bears are going to have to show up and play tonight. And we questioned last week. I've heard some of your comments and Coach Floyd's comments about last week's Bearden game on the way over here. And last week, we played pretty well in the first half. And then second half, I really don't know what happened. But we got whipped. We did not play well. And if you're involved in high school sports, I don't care what sport you're involved in, basketball, baseball, track and field, you're going to have a game now and then, and hopefully not more than a couple of times during a 30-game basketball season, where you just have a bad game. In football last week at Bearden, we had a bad second half. That's all you can say. And from the coaching standpoint, all the way back to the 60s, when I started coaching throughout the 70s and 80s, there is an old expression that we used in athletics called, when you have that bad game, hey guys, talking to your players, mark it on ice and let it melt. Yeah. And that, it means to you players, guys, we're not going to dwell on it. We've got another week of practice. We can have a good week of practice. And we've got Ooltewah, which is the next game that we're focused on our schedule, the Damon Floyd theory. I like that. There's no sense in beating people up over a couple of quarters of football when you play as many quarters as they do throughout the season. We just didn't play well.
He said during the interview this week, I don't know if you heard all of that, but he said during adversity like that, you find out who's with you and who's not with you. And he said, we are as tight as we've ever been. Says, I told the guys, one game, shake it off, move on. Yep. Can't dwell on it because that's the worst thing you can do. But if you recall, at halftime, the interview he had with Brian, he said, we're in good shape right now. It was 7-7 because both teams scored on the very first drive. Yep. Both teams did. Said, we're in good shape here, right where we want to be. Says, we'll have to figure some things out at halftime. Came out, and Bearden is by far the best team we played this year. Yep. Without question they are. And they played 3 teams in the top 5 in the state when they played them. That's West, who's number 1 in 5A, Maryville, who's number 3 in 6A, and Bradley was number 4 until this week they dropped to number 7 after they lost to Bearden up there. So it's a very, very good team with a great coach, Josh Jones. But tonight, with, as you mentioned, Goose Manning, we talked about this early in the pregame portion program. He got hired last year in July after the dead period because Shannon Williams, who was coming back to coach after a previous tenure there, 3 months into he was hired in March. In July, he said, you know what, I've got a real good opportunity out of school, out of education, out of coaching. I got to take it for his own financial benefit and his family's, of course, which you can't fault him for that. But that sort of left Ooltewah, in a bad spot because it was middle of July. They start practicing the 3rd week of July. And but Goose Manning, who was on staff there as an assistant and former quarterback there at Ooltewah, he said, okay, I'll take it over. So he won 2 games last year. He's won 1 this year, last week against Howard. So he's in that rebuilding process. And I asked Damon that very thing, what do you do? He took over a 1-9 team. When Damon took over, we were 1-9 the previous year. He said, it takes a lot of time in the hall recruiting kids. You've got to just tear it all down and start from the base and build it up because it's just the way it is.
And building a winning attitude.
Yes.
And you just can't flip a switch and go from one win to 8 or 9 wins in 1 year.
No, you can't do it. It took Damon hit 4 wins his 3rd year.
Yeah.
Or 2nd year, sorry. And then he hit the playoffs, I think. And in the last 12 years now, he's been in the playoffs. So he's got the base built and then some here at Bradley Central, and he just keeps, getting better and better. But tonight's game is a non-region game, which means in the standings it's not going to hurt you one way to win it or one way to lose it either way. But still, we need to get the win back in our system because we got a big game with Farragut coming up next Friday night.
Huge game, and that one really does count.
Yes, yeah.
More ways than one.
Yeah, it really, really does.
It's homecoming, plus it's another critical region opponent right there, just like Bearden was a week ago.
4 teams tied at the top with records of 4-1. So whoever's going to win it will be decided on the field. But tell you what, let's take another quick break here. We're going to come back and look at some starters and for both teams when we return here on our pregame portion program brought to you by Food City here on Talk 101.3 The Buzz. And we'll be back to the Audi of Chattanooga press box here in 2 minutes.
Hey guys, this is Austin with Let's Bounce Rental. We're here to provide a quality inflatable for a great price. We have over 17 that's available, and we are easy to book and hassle-free. So you will never go wrong with getting a party done by Let's Bounce Rental. We are always here to provide a great service.
Our crew is dedicated to make sure your equipment arrives on time, set up properly, and without any hassle. Our job is to make sure you have access to the best inflatables so you can have the most fun possible at any event. Whether it's a school event, church gathering, or birthday party, we have the equipment for you. The best part is that we are a locally owned company. We pride ourselves on making sure our customers are taken care of. So the next event you have, plan for success with Let's Bounce Rental. Call us today at 423-435-4311 or reach us by email or website. Thank you.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Doug Beerthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
At Whirlpool, we don't know how leaving the house less can make you need to eat more, or why the inside of the fridge is just so interesting. But we do know how to make appliances you can trust, day after day, after day, after day.
High school here on Talk 101.3, where all the games are supplied. If I can talk. Wholesale supply. Earl had a tooth taken out this week, and my face still feels numb sometimes. But anyway, I use that as an excuse, folks. So bear with me here tonight, but we'll get through this. This will be probably one of our smallest crowds of the year, or the smallest crowd, because our schools are out this week, and Ooltewah, not having the good record they would like to have, they don't have very many folks over there either. And then next week, all the Hamilton County schools are out. So that's another one of the reasons this game was moved to Thursday night. In lieu of them having the week off next week, they wanted to go ahead and have us on Thursday, and Bradley was just absolutely ready to jump on that and go with that. But anyway, Earl, tonight's the game. We've talked about it. Non-region game is still an important game for the Bears and for the Owls. They'd like to continue their winning ways. The Bears need to get back in their winning ways.
Yeah, there's no doubt that the Bears, unlike last week, they're going to be favored by at least a couple of touchdowns, maybe more, but it would be a shock. It wasn't a shock last week. We knew going up, we talked about that repeatedly on the trip up to Bearden. We knew we were in for a tough battle all the way through, and it shaped up that way. Tonight, we should win this game, and it's going to be very important that we play well, get that winning attitude rejuvenated, and get ready to take some momentum into the Farragut game. So there's no other way to approach it. We are a better football team than Ooltewah. So we've just got to come out tonight and focus from the opening kickoff and play 4 solid quarters of good football on both sides of the ball.
Not have turnovers. We had 2 more interceptions last week. Not always the quarterback's fault, but it's always
the second half.
His stats.
The second half was just a disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, offensively, we didn't do much. 1 first down, and normally we get 1 first down on our opening drive, 1 or 2.
That's our best drive of the night, our opening drive. And
it's just, but enough said on that. I mean, Ooltewah can provide good competition if you overlook them. And if you just go out and take it quarter by quarter and play, you'll end up with a nice victory on the Bears' standpoint.
By the way, the Raiders are off this week. The Mustangs are off this week, so we'll have no other broadcast of high school football other than the one here tonight on Talk 101.3. We'll have Tennessee football. That'll be Saturday from 12 noon from LSU on the Vol Network, and we're part of that Vol Network. That'll be on Mix 104.1. And we'll have Titan football somewhere along the line. I'm not sure when they play or who they play or anything like that. And we're going to talk in a moment. Let's take a quick 1-minute break and be back here in just 1 minute and 1 minute, 60 seconds.
I was told the place I was looking for didn't exist.
A place that could refine my raw talents into something greater.
Where I could ask big questions about my faith, not settling for easy answers.
And I could risk what's comfortable in pursuit of my dream.
To join with others, find my voice, and change the world.
I was told that place didn't exist.
Then I found Lee.
And just as you come back, we're going to have the national anthem and the student-led prayer coming up right now. The anthem will be sung by Dominique Lieberthon.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were still gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That's Miss Dominique Lieberthon, and now is our student-led prayer with one of our cheerleaders, Addison Maupin, here from Bradley Central High School.
Please remain standing for the prayer. Dear Lord Jesus, I just thank you that we were able to come into this place and play a game that we all love. And I pray that all the glory would go back to you and that you would protect our hearts, protect our minds, protect everything about us, God. We love you and we thank you for everything that you blessed us with. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
and that is Miss Addison Maupin. She's a senior. Dominique Lieberthon is a junior here, and a great rendition of the national anthem here on Talk 101.3. And Joe, just leave that over there. We'll let you use that there in the game tonight if you'd like to. But let's go to Earl right now for Honda of Cleveland. Starting lineup.
All right, Gary. For the Honda of Cleveland starting lineups, we'll go with the Ooltewah offense and then give the Bears defensively in the starting lineup. For the Ooltewah Owls on offense, the 5 big guys up front. And I'm sorry, the Ooltewah roster does not give any weights. We can give you their class in school and their number, and their names, of course. But the big guys up front, from left tackle across to right tackle, offensive lineman will be number 56. He is a junior. His name is Peyton Thomas. Peyton Thomas, number 56. Also number 57, a sophomore, Braden Gilbert. Number 71, a senior, Noble Canuck. Number 72, a junior, Weston Frick. And number 77, he's a senior, Isaac Itofi. That's the 5 guys up front. And the quarterback, running back, wide receivers, the guys who will usually have their hands around the football. Here's the way it looks. The 4 wideouts will be number 6, Reggie Knight. Number 6, he is a senior. Hudson Spears, number 8, he is a sophomore, wide receiver. Number 9, Brock Smallin, he is a sophomore. And number 19, Josh Davis, he is a junior. You can tell by that lineup that they have a lot of young people going. The 2 guys that are the prime players, the quarterback that you'll hear Gary mentioning these 2 guys a lot. A.J. Robinson, a senior. Number 17 is their quarterback, and their prime running back is number 22, Dakota Jones. He is also a senior. So 2 seniors as far as the quarterback and the running back, and their names will be called many, many times tonight. All right, for the Bears, defensively, no changes except for 1 injury, of course. Rodney Williams gone for the season. But up front, the 3 guys defensively, number 9 for the Bears, Don Jones, 6'1", 200-pound senior. At the nose, number 46, Eli Duncan. He's 5'11", 185, and a senior. And number 30 at the other defensive end, J.D. Kirkpatrick, 6'2", 220, and a senior. The linebacker core, back from an injury, played last week. At the bandit position is Gage Anderson, one of the senior captains. Number 1, Gage is 6'1", 220, a senior. Also, Tito Williams had a great game last week defensively. Number 3, 6'1", 175, and a junior. And Knox Watson always brings his top game defensively. Number 2, he's 5'9", 190, and a senior, Knox Watson. Now, filling in at that Rodney Williams slot will be a couple of guys. A.J. Williams will be there, number 28. He's a junior. Also, Cannon Rehagen, number 45. He's also a junior, and we may see some play out of Braxton Arthur, number 19. He's also a junior. So we'll play it by committee at that 1 spot there. In the defensive secondary for the Bears, the usual 4. Number 8, Marcus Goree Jr., 6'1", 170, and a junior. His brother, Mason Goree, number 5, at a corner spot, 6'1", 165. He's a sophomore. At free safety, Max Wilson, number 17. He's 5'11", 175, and a junior. And at the cornerback slot, Finn Mertens, number 7. He's 6 feet, 170, and a senior. Gary?
And I hope you had a chance to listen to our interview with Finn Mertens this week. He's our player to talk with. Very outgoing, personal kind of guy, and he's excited to be playing football for the Bears. Talked about his should have had an interception last week.
I heard you and Coach Floyd talking about that on the way over here. I agree. Finn's had the ball, and it, you made the statement, I guess tie goes to the home team,
That's what the official told him, but I'm telling you, it wasn't a tie, folks. But he had the big interception against Cleveland High School on the far side over there about the 50 and ran it about 30-something yards back. But Joe, grab that mic right there. I want to welcome a stranger back to us here. Mr. Joe Cannon, welcome back to the press box. Glad to have you here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
I bet
much better rather be here than laying in the hospital.
Well, we're glad to have you back. People missed you, Joe, and they love you around here, so we're glad to have you back and doing your great job as sports editor for the Banner.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Joe will help us out some tonight, too, with some scores if we have any. We don't have any local teams playing, so we probably have.
McMinn County's playing tonight.
Oh, that's right.
Sweetwater's at McMinn tonight.
We'll have at least a couple of scores.
That's the only other one, I think.
There's something up in Knoxville I don't believe involves any of our guys, but anyway, glad to have you back.
Yeah.
That's Mr. Joe Cannon, longtime sports editor for the Cleveland Daily Banner. Been suffering through some illness, and he's back in the saddle, as they say. No band tonight, so we're playing the music over the theme from 2001 over the PA tonight, since the band is not here since it's school fall break week. And people I know have been scattered all over the creation here on vacation out of town. And here come the Bears. They'll be in gold tops tonight with white pants and white helmets. And they're on the field and ready to go. Being led out there by the Bears' number 7 as he come on the field, of course. And that is Finn Mertens there. So, Finn, I hope you heard that interview with him. It's on YouTube, so look it up. Just search for Bradley Central or on the Bear Network, BCHS.TV. You'll hear it there. And great interview with our senior there this year, and we're really glad to get him on there and chat with us there. We're still 2 or 3 minutes away from the coin toss, but Brian Grisham will be down on the field. Brian, are you there, bud? Come in, please.
I am here, buddy, and I tell you what, it's a beautiful night for football down here. I left a nice sandy beach this morning just so I could be here with you guys.
We talk about dedication, man.
You talking about dedication, buddy. Hey, Earl, I have a question for you.
Go ahead. Right. He's listening.
Can you hear me, Earl?
Yeah.
All right. Since you were taking a nap when we went on the air this afternoon, the rumor has it that you're leaving midway through the third quarter. Is there any truth to that?
Well, I will try to complete all 4 quarters.
That's a boy.
This I will confess to you, I did not know that we were playing tonight until 5:32.
You know,
they have these things. Panicking.
They have these things called cell phones, Earl.
Earl does it. Earl doesn't have one.
Everyone but Earl.
I don't believe in cell phones. My wallet weights me down to have a cell phone. Too much trouble.
Absolutely, I understand.
If I had Earl's money, I'd burn mine. It'd be a small
tell you
fire.
What.
Brian's walking out with the captains. And we're going to have a big halftime interview. Brian's going to have Mr. Landon Scott, and also Jackson Wilson's down there on crutches. We'll get him trying to talk to both those guys at halftime.
I believe I can do it.
All right, and here comes Brian from the field. And we're going to let him listen in to the officials as they have the coin toss.
Andrew, this is Carol Hamilton. We're going to be the
making intros.
I got a coin, heads, tails, heads, and tails. All right, Ooltewah, you're the visiting team, so you'll call the coin toss. Tails never fails, he says. If I drop it, we'll do it again. It is heads. Bradley's won the toss. Defer. You want to defer?
All right, fellas, there you have it. Bradley has won the toss and will defer to the second half. We are ready to play football.
And we'll see what Ooltewah's going to do here. I'm sure they're going to take the ball. Bradley will be kicking left to right is south-north, and let's take a quick 30-second timeout before the kickoff here on Talk 101.3 as we wrap up our Food City pregame portion of the program. Back in 30 seconds.
McDonald's, we're making changes every day to serve you better. It's what we're
Back
made
here
of.
at Bradley Central High School, getting ready for the kickoff, said the Bears deferred as he won it. And what is the weather report down there, Brian?
Well, gentlemen, I'll tell you what, here at Jimmy Level Field, at game time, it is 73 degrees, a beautiful sky overhead. It is a perfect fall evening for football tonight, high school football. And I tell you what, fellas, it be beautiful. That's a capital B, a capital E, beautiful. And it is just a perfect night for football, and I am excited.
That's our Dale's Heating Air weather report, and Grant Haney tees the ball up back deep for Ooltewah. Let's see who we got back there. It's going to be number 18, let's see, it looks like, and number 22. Yep, 22 and 18, I believe it is. Could be 19. But I know it's 22. And that is Dakota Jones. Dakota Jones back deep. And Josh Davis, number 19. That's number 19, Josh Davis back deep for the Owls. Standing about their 10-yard line. No wind at all blowing tonight. Boy, it's a beautiful night. Cool, crisp. Not even really cool yet. Grant Haney's waiting for a sign, and he gets the sign. Here he is approaching the ball. Here comes his kick. It's a high spinner way down the field, taking and going to be bouncing.
Oh, they're going to let it
down.
go. Look at that.
It's a 6 now. He's going to have to pick it up and run with it. It did not go the end zone. He's to the 5, 10, the 15, trying to get out around the right side, and ran out of bounds about the 22 or so. It'd be a 1st and 10 for the Owls, but boy, nearly a disaster.
Yeah, he just let it bounce just inside the 10-yard line around the 8, like, hey, is it going to roll in the end zone? And then when he realized, hey, that ball's going to die or it's still free, then he decided a good 5 seconds after he thought about it, I better take it and run.
Josh Davis was the returner on that one. And here comes the Owls. Quarterback is A.J. Robinson, a senior. At least that's the starters we were given by their head coach. And in the backfield, he'll have one running back with him.
That should be number 22, Dakota Jones.
And then we'll pass. It's going to be a pass, not to Dakota, but to number 8, which is Hudson Spears. Faked us all off on that.
4-yard pass.
A gain of about 3. Second down and 7, ball at the 25-yard line for the Owls. On the first opening possession here on Talk 101.3 The Buzz. Only game in town tonight on a Thursday. No games tomorrow night. Cleveland, Walker Valley both off. Trips to the right side for the Owls. Robinson hands it off this time, and he's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be number 22, which is Dakota Jones. He will lose a yard. J.D. Kirkpatrick on the tackle back to the 25-yard line. 3rd down and 7 coming up now for the Owls. Same set. Again, they're out of the shotgun like everybody is. Trips to the right side, single man left. Back goes to Holder, going to roll out to his right, going to throw it out in the flats, going to be caught for a 1st down about the 30-yard line. He'll spin forward to the 37 or 8. And that is Spears on the catch for a 1st and 10 for the Owls.
He just switched sides, Gary. He was on the left side the first pass, went to the right side that time.
Clock's at 10:39 running here in the first period of play. So a 1st down for the Owls. A.J. Robinson hands off this time. That'll be Dakota Jones. He's going to have 5. He's going to have 10. He's going to have another 1st down. And he'll be out to the 48 for another Owl 1st down. Dakota Jones on the carry that time. Jones in the backfield with Robinson. They're going to overload to the left side with trips this way now. And here come the Owls again on 1st and 10. Handoff to... No, he kept it that time. Robinson, and he threw a pass is incomplete. Boy, he is slick with a handoff. That time's incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up as Robinson faked it to Jones and tried to throw it to Spears. So it's been Dakota Jones and Spears on every play so far.
Spears is their go-to man. He's switched sides of the field, but they still pass to him.
He's on the left side again with a 3-man set. Here goes Robinson on the carry. He's going to have yards across midfield. He's to the 45, and he's got another 1st down for the Owls, down to the Bear 42. Well, he's right at the sticks. Let's see what the mark is. Maybe not a 1st down. Yep, they're already motioning. Move the sticks. Another Owl 1st down at the Bear, just inside the Bear 43 now. 1st down and 10, Ooltewah on the move with the first possession. Robinson again with Jones in the backfield. Trips to the right side. I think the lineup trips to the side that's the widest. And Bradley's going to send the guy off. There's the knees. pants above the knees. Boy, we saw that here Monday night. It's illegal to have your pants above your knees. They'll make you come out and pull them down. Yep, they sure did. Just Mason Goree that time. And here is the handoff to the running back, Jones. He's going to have some yardage down inside the 40 to the 39 maybe. And if that's the case, it'll be a gain of
3 yards.
Give him almost 5. It's for second down and 5 to go. Gain of 5 to the 40 to the 38, really. So second down and 5. Same set. Flip him to the right side. Hand off to Jones in backfield. Hit for a loss that time by Knox Watson, it looks like. Watson nails him for a loss of 4 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 now at the Bear 42. Yep, they started the drive or the possession at the 43 here on this series of downs. Trips to the right side. Robinson with Dakota Jones. Looked like a guy jumped. Robinson's going to roll out himself. He's going to roll and throw it deep down the field, way overthrown. Nobody anywhere able to catch that one.
Almost into the bleachers.
And Jones goes down, and he is not up. Robinson, sorry, the quarterback Robinson. Boy, he is still bent over. He's up, standing, trying to stand up. And going to call timeout for the official, I think. Going to call time to see if they need to get him off the field. Yeah, he's being helped off the field over there. As the punt team comes on 4th down and 9 from the Bear 42.
And that was their quarterback, right?
Yes, yep. 17. And back to punt is number 32, it looks like. Punt is away, and it'll kick out of bounds. Not a long kick at all. Kicked it from the 42 to the 17. So, a 25-yard kick, I guess.
Hey, Gary.
Yes.
As they used to say back in my day, Knox Watson knocked him about 3 days into last week.
Boy, I felt that up here.
I felt it, buddy. It was a hit.
Knox will do that. 1st and 10 now for the Bears coming up with the ball at the Bear 18-yard line. So that's where we'll take over first possession of the game for the Bears. And I know we had already planned talking to Landon Scott at halftime. Brian, we'll get Jackson Wilson, who's down there on crutches as well, if you can, get both of them together.
I have already talked to them, and we're ready to go.
All right. Very good. Here come the Bears with Demarius Ballard and Allen Terry in the backfield. It'll be a handoff to Terry. He tries to hit the right side, skips through there for a couple, 3 yards out across the 20 to the 21 maybe. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 coming up. Allen Terry on the carry for the Bears. And that's been pretty much the set quite some time for the Bears. Allen Terry stays in backfield. Jarius Rogers out to the right.
Mullis, Gary.
Oh, Mullis, was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, he's still in there.
I just assumed it was Terry then. My bad. Sorry about that, Simon. Simon's a senior. Of course, he was injured last year, if you recall. Had a pretty severe injury. So on 2nd down and 7 to go, the Bears are set. Back to pass, Ballard. Pass is going to be complete and brought down immediately. That's Jarius Rogers to the 24. So a short gain of 3. Going to be 2nd down and 4 to go, or 3rd and 4 to go. 3rd and 4 at the Bear 23. They've got to get to the 28, so they're 4 yards shy right now. Bears need to get a drive going here, get some offensive momentum back. It won't be a huge crowd enough. More people here than I thought would be, actually. Home side's pretty full. Ooltewah brought a scattering of fans over there. Neither team has the band here tonight. That'll hurt attendance somewhat. Here we go. Ballard set. He has Mullis to his right. Back goes Ballard. Pass out in the flat. It's going to be complete for the first down to 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. He's going to take it to the house, folks. Touchdown, Bradley Central. And, of course, that is Finn Mertens, our interviewer this week. Finn Mertens taking it 76 yards for a touchdown for the Bears.
Very appropriate. Your special player of the week. And what does he do? Take it to the house. 76 yards. No, 76.
76 yards.
76 yards to pay dirt.
And Finn, I talked to him in an interview. He's a member of the track team. He's one of the speed merchants. Runs 100, 200, and a leg of the 400.
And so he was wide open on the pass. He ran a good route, and then once he caught it, man, he just simply outran 2 of them.
He was pulling away. Grant Haney, the kick is good. Flag on the play. And this will be assessed on the kickoff, I'm sure. But let's see what the call is going to be. Illegal procedure on the Bears. Let's see if they make them re-kick it. I'm going to back them up 5, then they will kick it again. Not much for penalty, but a 5-yard penalty. First penalty of the game for L&B Appliances. We hope we don't call L&B a whole lot tonight due to penalties. We'll call them for the extra point. It's a Tennessee Valley Raji touchdown and a Buddy's Barbecue extra point, actually. Let's try it again. 5 yards further back. Here's the kick. Again, plenty high, and it is dead center perfect right through the upright. So with 7:48 in the first quarter play, Bradley Central 7, the Owls nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Talk 101.3 with the Bear Kickoff.
At McDonald's, we're making changes every day to serve you better. It's what we're made of. And serving you better means fresh beef quarter-pounder burgers. Your burger, his burger, her burger. All cooked fresh, right when you order. Made from pure North American beef and just a pinch of salt and pepper. Because we think there's nothing better than a fresh beef quarter-pounder burger made for you, right when you order. And that's just one way we're showing you what we're made of.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Beerthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
After that, it didn't take long.
Up 82 yards. We've covered the field almost. 4 quick plays, and the big one, of course, the pass from Demarius Ballard to Finn Mertens, 76 yards. We only have 1 first down, but, boy, that was a big one, 76 yards, and the kick added by Grant Haney.
Haney's kick this time will be caught in the air. Oh, bobble it to 10, 15, 20, 25, and then brought down on a good hit by the Bears. First contact. Looks like it's going to be
number 43.
43 or 23 or 30. 32 was the first hit there. That was Jacob Gentry, and also helping him was Mason Thompson. Interviewed Mason this week, one of our interviews for the JV team. Had a great game Monday night when Bradley beat Cleveland 18-0 in the JV game. And right now, 1st and 10 for the Owls at the 35-yard line. 7:41 to go in the opening quarter play. The Bears up 7-0 here from Jimmy Lovell Field. Next week, right back here with Farragut, it will be homecoming, and you want to be here for the pregame because something special is going to happen. We're not going to tell you what it is. You just got to be here to see it. It's going to be fun. Something we've never had before here. So you got to be here. Well, that's a teaser there, folks.
Can you give us a hint?
No. Chop. Trips right side. Robson on the keeper, going to throw out, and the flash going to be complete out behind the line of scrimmage to the 35, the 40, and then brought down. It looks like, and a fumble. Nope. Ball came loose, but
they called him down, but he did lose the handle on it.
Knox Watson, that looks like on the tackle. That is number 6. That's Knight, Reggie Knight. A gain of 8, 2nd and 2 on the pass play. Gain of 8 to Reggie Knight, number 8 for the Owls. Watson all over the field, and now, boy, he's just a headhunter. Robson gets the snap, and he'll hand off to the running back. It's going to be Dakota Jones. He'll allow the first out across the 45 to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Owls. Move the sticks again to pick up yet another first down. 7:02 to go in the opening quarter play. Glad to have you with us here tonight. Here worldwide on the web. Download MyMix 1041 app, MyMix 1041 app, and you can listen to any of our games on our 3 stations. Here is a handoff again to Dakota Jones, trying to go wide right, and nothing doing there. He's going to be stopped for no gain or very little gain. It'll be a 2nd and long as Don Jones checks in for the Bears. He'll give him a yard. Going to be 2nd and almost 9.5 to go. I guess we can call it 9.5. Ooltewah working right to left. If you're listening on the radio, you may be watching on the Bear Network as well. Pick it up through YouTube. Here is Robson, the keeper himself. He's going to be getting around the right side, and he will be, look like he's going to break away for the first down, but he's going to be pulled down behind about the 46 or so in Bear territory. It's going to be 3rd down. And it's at the 40, yep, right at the 46 on the far side there. 3rd down
about 6
about
on that.
3. Yep. 3rd and 3, big play for the Owls here again. Robinson looks to the sidelines, as all the teams do nowadays. No huddle at all most of the time. Robinson, handoff to Dakota Jones, hits the middle. He will not get the first down. He'll be stopped after a 1-yard gain.
4th down.
It'll be 4th down and 2 coming up. Gage Anderson in on the tackle there. 4th and 2, and the Owls are going to go for it. And you can bet, I'm guessing Dakota Jones. That's Dakota with a T. Oh, Bradley nearly jumped off sides there. I would give him first down if he'd done that. Didn't break the neutral zone, though. A long look to the sidelines, trying to get something figured out here on 4th and 2. Maybe they're not going to go for it. Maybe they're trying to tease the Bears. Now he gets up under center. And play clock's at 4, 3. He will go for it.
He
didn't
will
get it.
not make
he did
it.
not get it. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. The Bears will take over after a great defensive
close
stop
at all.
at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bears and Cleveland Ford.
And that front 3 and the linebackers, 3, 4, 5
A.J.
Bears
Williams.
converged on him.
The
Fellas,
main guy.
I've got to wonder if he was supposed to snap that ball.
Well,
you know, they obviously where they're trying to pull the Bears offside. When that didn't work, he just snapped it and had nowhere to go.
Yeah, he didn't get anything. I mean, it was a stone wall.
1st and 10 Bears at their 45, 5:22 to go in the quarter. Brought to you by Taziki's first quarter of play here. 7-0 Bears on top. Twins each side. In the backfield, it looks like Mullen's still in there, I believe. The snap.
Yes.
Demaris back to pass, looking, stepping up. He could run it, throws out a flat to Mullins. He's to the 50-yard line, spins free, and down to the 48 in owl territory, gain of 7. And boy, somebody took a lick, and they're not getting up quickly. That was the defender. Give him 6 yards, 2nd down and 4 at the 49-yard line, now in owl territory. Finn Mertz with that long catch. He was going to get a 1st down on that catch, but he broke away from the one tackler, got a hand on him, and boy, he sprinted to the end zone. Trips right side for the Bears this time. Ballard set. Hands it off in there to Mullins. He's going to have a first down across the 45 to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 for the Bears. 1st and 10 in Cleveland Ford for the Bears. Bradley has Farragut right here next week for homecoming.
That's closer, Gary, to the 42. Get him 7 on that.
Yeah, it is the 42. 1st and 10 for the Bears. They'll run a 2-man out to the right, single man right, to the left, I mean. Ballard sends Watson out there to flanker position out of the H-back set. He backs up out into the shotgun. Drops back to pass, looks left. Watson was wide open for a minute. Now he's going to be throwing to Watson out there. He's wide open at the 35 to the 30 to the 25 to the 20 to the 15 to the 10, but he stepped out of bounds. He's out of bounds.
Oh, my goodness.
The 22, yep. I thought he stepped out and the referee caught him there. The 22-yard line, but it'll be a big gain from the 42 to the 22. A 20-yard gain on the pass from Ballard to Watson. First down for the Bears
was open twice, Gary. He was open, waving his arms, and then the defender moved off of him, and then he was loose again, and Demaris spotted him immediately, and a nice pickup there down to the 22-yard line.
Brian, you're right there. Did he step out of bounds, actually?
Upon further review, the call was correct.
All right. That's Brian Grisham on the sidelines there. Handoff this time to Mullins. No, Ballard keeps it to the 20, to the 15, down to the 10, and keeps pushing down to about the 7 or 8. They're going to mark him out at the 8-yard line, I believe, would be 1st and goal for the Bears. And Brian, it's working for the Bears right now.
Oh, the line's pushing them backwards, fellas. The Bears are finding holes that I could run through.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line from the 22. 14-yard pickup. 1st and 10 for the Bears in Cleveland Ford. Trips the left side, and time's going to be called the official as Ooltewah's trying to get a man off the field. And again, it's the knees, pants above the knees situation.
Knee pad was.
And here comes a player in.
Knee pad violation.
Yeah, to me, it's pretty simple rule, and it just seems like, having dealt with high schoolers, they just try to defy, see how much they can get away with.
And
fellas,
strictly
follow the rules.
Ballard. Oh, Ooltewah nearly jumped. Ballard looks to the sidelines. Play clock, it's at 13 for Cleveland Concrete. And
Demaris wearing his same 0
Ballard
shirt tonight.
Carries it into the end zone.
Touchdown.
And there's a touchdown. Demaris Ballard.
8 yards.
At 3:47 to go, the Bears lead at 13-0 here in the first quarter of play. A Tennessee Valley Urology touchdown again for the Bears. Getting ready for the extra point, brought to you by Buddy's. Grab a family pack today, buddysbarbecue.com. Boy, I could stand some of that right now.
Gosh, am I hungry.
No left field lounge tonight, so Travis Adams is in Florida.
I was.
And here's a kick once again for Buddy's Barbecue. Up and good. Time on the field at 3:47 to go. 14-0 Bears. Back in 30 seconds with yet another Bear kickoff. I got to check something. I think I call it play clock. Yeah, Brady. Central, Earl.
55 yards.
Yeah.
55 yards, Gary. 5 quick plays this time. And Demarius Ballard calls his own number, and that's number 0. The final 8 yards. And he had a nice pass just prior to that to Knox Watson, which set it up. A 20-yard pass completion for the first down. And then Ballard took it 14 yards, and then on the second carry, 8 yards for the TD. So the Bears are so far in business.
And give the defense credit because they stopped them on 4th down and 2 at the 45.
I mean,
give us great field position.
A real stop. Yeah. No gain on 4th down and about 2. He went nowhere.
Here comes Haney with his kickoff. Bears at 14-0. Grant approaches. His kick, high end over end, a spinner down, same exact spot to the 10, to the 15, and 20, 25. Oh, man, what a takedown there for the Bears.
46.
By number 46, Eli Duncan for the Bears, I believe. Yep, Eli Duncan, a senior tight end defensive lineman. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Owls at their 29, I believe they'll put her down, right at the 29-yard stripe. Yep. 14-0 Bears, 3:42 to go in the first period play, brought to you by Taziki's.
What a difference a week makes.
Who is this team in go uniforms?
I'm trying to find that out, fellas. I'll get back with you.
Looking mighty good. Here come the Owls again. And quarterback Robson is back in there. He was helped off, got his bell rung. And Dakota Jones is his running back. And he will hand it to Jones, who'll hit the middle wide open.
Oh, my
goodness. Got 5'10". He may go all the way, folks. He's the midfield and brought down from behind by the Bears, number 17, Max Wilson.
Yep.
All the way down from the 29 to the, where are they going to put him down at?
At the 33, yep. Maybe 33.
Yep. The 29 to the 33.
And Gary Max was the last Bear that could have gotten him.
Yeah, 48-yard gain on the play there with 3:20 to go. 1st and 10 Owls in Bear territory deep now. Handoff again to Jones trying to get outside. Boy, he's hit and throw for a loss this time. 2 or 3 Bears on top of him for a loss. And let's see if we can get some numbers for you here, folks. Don Jones, number 9, the first hit. A.J. Williams and Don Jones teamed up to set him back 4 yards, almost 5. Going to be 2nd down and 14 to go. 2nd and...
Was that Jones? 32. Okay.
And here is the carry. This time it's not 22, it's 32. That's going to be Jaden Harbin on the last 2 carries. Jaden Harbin, and he'll gain from the...
Harbin on the carry.
He's to the 36, a 1-yard gain. Still going to be 3rd down now and 13 to go. So Bear defense is fighting back now at that one long gain, and it was wide open up through the offensive line that last long run. Robinson back to pass, bobbles the ball, going to throw it long. He is throwing way over, 20 yards over the nearest receiver into the cheerleader. So it's going to be 4th down and 13 to go. And here comes a punt team again. And the last time they went for it on 4th and 2, but on 4th and 13, even though they're at the Bear 37, it looks like, 36, I don't think they'll go for this one. The kicker in there to kick is, I think it's number 32. I'm seeing him on the side, so it looks like 32. If it is 32, that is Jaden Harbin, the linebacker, and here's his punt away. And it's going to be hitting inside the 10. They were down at, right at the 1-yard line. I mean, that's as close as you can get to being in the inside. At the 1-yard line, they'll mark it down for the Bears with 2:10 to go in the first quarter play. Let's take a quick 30 here, just a quick 30. Be back for the first play of this series in just 30 seconds.
My thoughts are with you, holding hands with your heart. See you, only blue talk can love you. Remember how the new love was here to stay. Now December, now the love we shared in September. Only blue talk can love you. Remember the new love we shared today.
Wallace
First play from scrimmage for Mullis, climbs out across, right to the 5, looks like. Going to be gain of 4, second down and 6 coming up for the Bears with 1:57 now in the quarter. Here brought to you by Tzatziki's, our first quarter play always. Bears at 14-0 at this point. Look to the sidelines, getting the signal from the Bear coaches. Step forward now. We got twins to the right side, single man left. Mullins in the backfield. Ballard back to pass, looking. He's got time out across the middle. It's going to be overthrown, incomplete, 3rd down and 6.
Intended for Rogers.
Jarris was a little bit short of that. Pass was about 10 yards beyond him and the defenders. Stops the clock at 1:32. Coming up at halftime, we'll have an interview from the field with Coach Floyd as they go to the dressing room. Also, a couple of injured Bears down. We're going to try to get to chat with them a little bit. That's our Southland Finance halftime show here on Talk 101.3 The Buzz, where all of our games are supplied to you by Wholesale Supply Group. Here we go. 3rd down and 6. Play clock's down to 5, and Ballard on the keeper this time. He'll hit the middle, and he breaks free. He's got 5. He's going to the 15 to the 20, and my goodness, just a step away from breaking all the way. He's out to the 26, I believe.
Somebody tripped him up from Ooltewah, or he was gone.
Yep.
He was through the hole initially, and they just barely tripped him around an ankle, and that messed his balance up, or he would have been gone.
To the 23, so an 18-yard gain for Ballard quarterback, and a 1st down for the Bears and Cleveland Ford. Same offensive set. Mullis to his right hip. Ballard set, the snap. Ballard back, look to pass the flat. He's going long. He's got a man out. Oh, at the 45-yard line. And that will be Tito Williams, man, from the 23 to the 42 on a great catch, and he was covered.
Single coverage, Gary, and Tito made a fantastic catch. He had his eye on the ball throughout, and it was a well-thrown ball by Demarius, and it was good coverage. Everybody was doing their job. The difference was Tito just went up and made a fantastic catch.
Yep, caught him in man coverage. Twins to the left side this time. Hand off to Mullins, hits the middle. He's going to have 5. He's going to have 10. He's going to have 15, 20, down to the 21-yard line. A huge gain from the 42 to the 21, I believe. 21-yard gain for the Bears. A 1st and 10 for Bradley Central and Cleveland Ford. They've marked him at the 22. So the Bears rolling offensively here. We have 18 seconds to go in the period. They may not get another play off. Play clock's at 24, so they don't have to run a play. Game clock is down to 10. Bears will approach the line of scrimmage. Let's see if you get the playoff. Clock's at 7, 6. I believe they're going to get one more playoff. And here comes a snap. They do. Pass is going to be out in the flat, complete to Jarris Rogers. He's down to the 10. He's hit inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Be a 1st and goal for the Bears. And another 1st down for Cleveland Ford as the horn sounds, ending the 1st quarter play. After 1 complete here on Talk 101.3, our Tzatziki's 1st quarter sees the Bears score 14 points. And we'll take a 1-minute timeout and be back with the Bears 1st and goal at the 8-yard line when we return.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
At Whirlpool, we don't know how leaving the house less can make you need to eat more, or why the inside of the fridge is just so interesting. But we do know how to make appliances you can trust, day after day after day after day.
Back here at Bradley Central, where the Bears have 1st and goal on the 8-yard line, leading at 14-0, trying to push it in for another touchdown. They have been really sharp offensively here tonight. Ballard and Mullins in the backfield for the Bears. Man in motion right to left. They'll hand it off to the... No, Ballard's going to keep it, and he'll go down near the goal line about the 1. Everybody went for the jet sweep play, but
and you know what? I couldn't find the football either. They weren't the only ones.
And where we at? On the 1 yard line would be 2nd and goal from the 1 yard line for the Bears here.
Give Demarius 7 on that play.
At 11:38 to go here in the first quarter, or first half now. First half was in the second quarter. Bears at 14-0. Bears set, Ballard back looking to pass. He throws it way out in the flat. It's going to be incomplete, overthrown out of the end zone. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1. Bears JV won 18-0 over Cleveland JV here Monday night. And a very good, strong defensive effort. Bears varsity offense and defense both looking sharp here tonight. Bears come in 5-1, ranked number 7 in 6A in football in Tennessee. They also come in 1-5 with their first win last week against Chattanooga Howard, which is one of their region foes, by the way. That's also Walker Valley, McMinn, Ooltewah, and Howard. Here come the Bears on 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun. Ballard hands it off into the middle. Didn't get it. Stopped.
That's Mullis.
Stops. Going to be 4th and goal for the Bears. What do we do here, Coach? You go for it?
Oh, yeah.
Bears will.
They're at the 1 still, so no gain there.
Yep. And now here comes a couple of Bears. They're going to put the heavyweights in there. They're going to go for it. Put some meat back there on the line to block. A special package the Bears have. And Bradley, yeah, see how they line up? This is Mullis. Here's the handoff and going plunging in there. Touchdown, Bears.
That's number 3.
That is Tito Williams.
Tito Williams
made the long catch, and he'll score a Bear touchdown for Tennessee Valley Urology at 10:43 to go in the first half play, making it 20-0 Bears. The extra point for Buddy's Barbecue coming up here. Back that score for Tennessee Valley Urology. And Brian, it's all going the Bears' way right now, seems to be.
Looks like a little razzle-dazzle. The Bearcat formation for the touchdown, fellas.
Here comes Grant Haney's extra point attempt for Buddy's Barbecue. The snap, that kick, it is high, it is long, it is good. Timeout on the field with 10:43 in the half. 21-0 Bears. We'll be back in 30 seconds with another Bear kickoff. Yep, just 30.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
Back here at Bradley Central, Grant Haney's going to have a field night here. He's kicked 3 PATs. He's kicked off, 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th kickoff for him as Bradley won the toss, deferred to the second half. And Brian, what could we do better?
But I'm not even going to. It's because they could happen right here any moment. So I'm going to smile and take it in.
Give us a quick recap.
99 yards in 9 plays. They did take it just about the length of the field. Started at the 1 yard line. Had some beautiful plays. 35-yard pass to Tito Williams. 14 to Rogers. Had a 20-yard run by Mullis. A lot of guys getting in the act there.
And they bobbled the kickoff and had to go back and get it. And he moves to the 21 where he is brought down by several players. I believe that was Davis back there on the return. Ooltewah have it first and 10 at their
21-yard line.
21, where the Bears up now 21-0. The score, 10:37 to go in the half. Tennessee football at LSU Saturday noon on Mix 104.1. In a big game in the SEC for the Bears and for the Bengal Tigers as well.
Go Balls.
Yeah. Go Big Orange. They'll be wearing their smoky grays, I believe, for that game, too. And here come the Owls. Robinson at quarterback. Dakota Jones in the backfield. Robinson back. Hands to Dakota. Goes to the left side. He'll have a couple of yards, but that's about it. Maybe to the 23. Maybe the 22. Let's see where they're going to spot him. Fisher on the far side has a spot. And let's give him 1 yard. 2nd and 9 after a 1 yard gain by Dakota Jones. Yep, 1 yard. That's it. Bear defense is come to play tonight. 10-10 to go in the half. 21-0 Bears. Robinson set with this team. Twins to the right side. He will hand it off again, and running in the middle is Jones out across the 25 to the 28. It looks like gain of 6. Going to be third down. They've got to get to the 31, so he's going to be 3 yards shy. 3rd and 3. Yep, 6-yard gain there for the Owls.
And from the 28-yard line.
Ball at the 28. Yep, 3rd down and 3 to go for the Owls. Hand off to Jones inside. He will know he's going to go outside wide right. He's going to lose yards. He's ran out of bounds back there. Is that 22 or 32?
22.
22. Okay. That is Jones. He's ran out of bounds at 25. He'll lose 3 yards on that play. So it's going to be 4th down now, and right at 5. Back to move sticks, and Jarris Rogers back deep. Boy, I'd like to see Jarris get a good shot, returning one on a good fly on the run catch. Or
he's playing him deep.
Yeah.
They haven't kicked it more than 35 yards
and
tonight.
Here's the kick. It's not going to go that far, and he's going to have to get out of the way and let it bounce. And it's going to bounce and roll. Boy, roll about 20 yards,
He
man.
wanted to pick that up, didn't he?
Hit inside the 40 and bounced all the way back to the 24-yard line, where it's going to be down from the 25 to the 24. Folks, that's a pretty good kick there.
Yeah, 25 plus 26. That's 51 yards.
Yep, first and 10 for the Bears. That's what you call a power punt there for Cleveland Utilities. 9:18 to go in the half. 21-0 Bears as they'll take over here. Back home in the friendly confines of Jimmy Level Field in Bear Stadium here. Number 0, Demarius Rogers, and he's number 10 in the dark uniforms. Number 0 in the gold and the white last week. Trips to the right side. Rogers, or Ballard. Pass going to be complete for a 5-yard gain, looks like. Just outside the 30 to the 31. Gain of 6, 2nd down and 4.
Yep.
Dugan on it. Senior Taylor Dugan with the catch. Give him 6, almost 7 actually. Let's call it 3, 7-yard gain to the 31. Got to get to 34. 8:54 to go. Clock running here in the first half. 21-0 Bears. Ballard steps up. Twins each side now. Ballard looking left. Throwing out in the flat's going to be complete.
To Mullis.
And Mullis to the 30, to the 35. He's got the first down up to the 39, looks like, for 1st and 10 for the Bears. And Cleveland forward from the 31 to 39, an 8-yard pickup on the pass play. Ballard is spot on tonight so far. What's he look like so far passing?
That one, let me record that. 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. 70%, I'll take that. Yep. The Bears will line up with trips to the right side. Mullis stays in the backfield. 8:13 to go. Ballard rolls back, looks left, going to throw it long out there. He's got a man out there, but it's a little bit overthrown. Incomplete. Intended for number 8, Marcus Gorey Jr.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, 2nd down and 10.
I've been out of town, late getting here, and I hope I'm not putting you on the spot. But where is J. Allen Terry tonight?
No idea.
I don't have a clue either.
No idea.
I'm missing him, though.
2nd down and 10 to go. Well, Mullen's doing a good job.
Oh, he is, but I didn't know if he was hurt, and I didn't know about it, or I have.
You know as much as I do. Penalty on Ooltewah. Oh, so. First down penalty. I didn't see the call. Joe, did you see the call on that? Okay, 1st and 10 for the Bears, and Cleveland forward. The ball at the Bear 49-yard line now. They lead at 21-0. 8:03 in the half now. 8:03. Southland Finance halftime show coming up. We'll review Earl's stats. Have a halftime interview for you, a couple of guys. And here's a handoff into the middle. And Mullen, boy, he is hitting that hole quick, and he'll have 5, 6. Oh, he drops the ball. And I believe the Bears are covered. It's going to be a gain of about 5.
Hey, Gary?
Yes, sir.
Your sideline reporter is on the job down here.
All right.
J. Allen Terry is out for tonight's game when concussion protocol.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We didn't know that.
That answers that.
I've not been in school all week because school's been closed. So there you go, Earl.
All right.
And you shall receive.
Brian, I tell you what, man.
You're on the ball.
We're giving Brian a raise. Ballard back to pass, looking, throwing it long, down the middle. He's got it. What a catch. Touchdown, Bradley Central. Who was that? Rogers?
I think.
Rogers.
Yes,
Jarius Rogers on a 54-yard touchdown pass, and Demarius Ballard laid it out there perfectly. He took it in stride. He had a guy following him from behind, but it was a little too late. It fell into the end zone for the touchdown for the Bears. Make it 27-0 at 7:20 to go in the first half now.
Just a matter of time before Jarius got behind the defense.
Man. He didn't beat him by much, but he was behind him and made it over-the-shoulder catch for the easy touchdown. Here comes Grant Haney's fourth PAT of the night. That kick is up. That kick is good. 28-0 Bears at 7:20 to go after the Buddy's barbecue kick. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout, and we'll return here.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford. I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
At Whirlpool, we don't know how leaving the house less can make you need to eat more, or why the inside of the fridge is just so interesting. But we do know how to make appliances you can trust, day after day after day after day.
Here at Bradley Center, getting ready for yet another Grant Haney kickoff. 28-0 Bears, 7:20 to go in the first half of play here. Bears leading the Ooltewah Owls in a non-region game here at Jimmy Level Field. Back deep, Dakota Jones and Davis, or Spears, I believe we'll see in a moment here. Grant tees it up.
And another good drive, Gary. 76 yards, 5 plays, and boy, that last one, a thing of beauty. I mean, Ballard to Rogers. And that's the way high school football should be. 46 yards to pay dirt, and the Bears are really clicking tonight offensively.
Here comes Grant's approach. The senior boots another spinner. This time not going to be as long. To be taken at the 20 to the 25 to the 30 and down about the 34-yard line. And there's a flag come in at the tackle spot. As returned by Josh Davis. Let's see what the penalty is going to be. On a kickoff, this may be whether they're telling the Ooltewah guys, coaching sideline something. And the man in the white hat says that penalty is because of personal foul on Ooltewah. I'm not sure what that signal is.
I don't know either. Both fists together.
15-yard mark-off coming up against the Owls, though. Man, that hurts them.
Back to the 15.
So they'll put it down 15, first and 10 for the Owls at that point. Have the Bears had a penalty tonight earlier?
We had that 1 5-yarder.
Oh, yeah.
And they've only had a couple.
Yep. So with 7:13 to go in the half, 28-0 Bears here in the first half of play. The Owls back to their 15-yard line after the penalty is assessed. Robinson under center. Hands off to his running back. Well, nothing. He's going to fall forward from the 15 maybe. A couple of yards.
Out to the 17
22
maybe.
Or 32. That's 22. That is Dakota Jones, number 22.
They've done a good job of keying on him. He's had more for less than 2 yards than he has over 2.
Well, the PA called 32 on the carry. Harbin. It looks like 22 to me. Second down and 8 after gain of 2. Into the backfield, running back going left. That's 22, and he's going to be tripped up. He'll lose yardage again back inside the 15. A big loss. And back to the 12 or 13. Looks like the 13-yard line. A loss of 4 on the play. It's going to be third and a good 12 to go. Almost 13 to go.
A loss of 5.
Owls third and 13 at the 12-yard line in their territory. They trail 28-0 with 6:17 to go down the opening half of play. They'll go back to the shotgun. Robinson back, looking left, throwing left, way down the field. He's got a guy way out there just off his fingertips. He had 6 points right there if he had caught that, but it's just a little overthrown.
He was behind the Bradley secondary, and he needed one more step. One step.
Stops the clock at 6:05 to go. They'll have to punt it away, 4th and 13 for the wrong 12. They're not going to gamble here. Jarius Rogers may have a chance to return the punt this time. If I was Bradley, I'd put a deep man back and a short man. Just as I said, Mason Goree. Looks like, Mason Goree will be the short man. So the Bears maybe thinking the same thing. Here comes a punt. It's going to be a short one this time. It's going to hit, and going to be, gets another good Ooltewah roll into Bear territory down to the 41-yard line from the 12 to the 41. So that's a pretty good punt right there. Bears take over 1st and 10 at that point. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout, and we'll return with more live coverage here on Talk 101.3 The Buzz. Bradley's set to go now. Ballard on the handoff to Mullins. He'll hit the middle. He's got 5. He's going to have 10. He's going to have a first down inside Al territory to the 45, I believe. A good pickup from the Bear 41 to the 46 in Al territory. 1st and 10 for the Bears in Cleveland Ford after a 13-yard gain for the Bears as Simon Mullins took the handoff. Boy, he is hitting that hole quick.
Simon is looking as good as he's looked before he got hurt last year. He is really having a good running game tonight.
He is really hitting that hole quick, too. Ballard back to pass time, throwing in the right flat. It's going to be complete. That's Knox Watson, I believe, and he's going to be right at the sticks for another first down. That Finn number Mertens. 7, not 2, but Finn Mertens, who's having a good game. He's to the 30, close to the 37. Give him 9 yards, 2nd down and 1 for the Bears. As Ballard's connecting with different players tonight, he looks to the sideline for the next play. He is set. Steps forward, tells his lineman the play. Bears twins left. And it'll be a handoff to Mullins. He'll hit the hole. He's going to have 5. He's going to have 10. He's away. He's down inside the 25 to the 20 and on down to the near the 15, maybe the 14-yard line. 1st 10 for the Bears from the 37 to the 15, they'll say. 22-yard gain for Simon Mullins and the Bears. 1st and 10.
Offensive line opening huge holes.
Yes, they are. And Mullins, he's hitting that hole so fast.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't remember him being that fast, but boy, he is quick tonight. 4:44 to go now in the half, 28-0 Bears. Ballard and the Bears set. Back to pass, looking left. Going to throw it left, going to be out in the flats. Overthrown, incomplete, 2nd and 10. Into that time for Marcus Gorey, I believe. And it'll be 2nd down 10 for the Bears. Clock stopped at 4:34 in the half.
2 and 10.
That time he was off kilter, Damaris Ballard, but boy, he's thrown the ball well tonight, Gary. He's 10 out of 14, and he's well over 100 yards, so he's having a good first half.
That last pass 10 for Dugan. Here's the Mullins hitting the middle inside the 15 down to about the 13. He'll have a couple yards. It's going to be 3rd down about 8 after a 2-yard gain by Mullins. Let's see, put at the 7-yard or 12-yard line rather than 13. So give him 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 to go. 3rd down, and the Bears call time with 4:22 to go, and they're going to take time. Let's take one with them on behalf of the Zekies. Oh, we have an injury timeout here, an injury timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute with more live coverage from Bear Stadium here on Talk 101.3 The Buzz.
I am Cleveland Ford.
McDonald's, we're making
Back here at Bradley Central, that was Kane Romano was helped off the field on that injury timeout there. Handoff for the Bears going around the left end to the 10 to the 5 and down to about the 3-yard line. And that's going to be Jarius Rogers on a sweep. And it'll be a 1st and goal for the Bears. And Cleveland Ford into 2 or 3. I believe we can put it down to 3. Yep, right to the 3-yard line with 4:05 to go.
First down.
Bears are racking up some big yardage here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, a Southland Finance halftime show. We'll look at Earl's stats. Brian on the field, interview a couple of players. See what else is going on. We'll have you Elders Ace Hardware scoreboard for very few games tonight. Ballard hands it off again. Mullis untouched for the touchdown for the Bears. So just like that, 34-0. The Bears with 3:44 to go, and Grant Haney will attempt his 5th extra point of the night for the Bears. He's been perfect so far. He's been an absolute asset to the Bears in the kicking department this year.
Gary, I tell you what, Grant's going to have a massage at halftime.
Well, I'm not in the massage business myself.
That's a problem, I'll tell you.
I'd like to have one, too. Myself. Here comes Haney's 5th extra point attempt. He's made the first 4. The snap, the kick. It is high. It is good again. Time on the field at 3:44 to go. A Tennessee Valley Raleigh touchdown, followed by Buddy's barbecue extra point. 35-0 Bears. Back in 30 seconds with a kickoff.
At McDonald's, we're making changes every day to serve you better. It's what we're made of. And serving you better means fresh beef quarter-pounder burgers. Your burger, his burger, her burger. All cooked fresh, right when you order. Made from pure North American beef and just a pinch of salt and pepper. Because we think there's nothing better than fresh beef quarter-pounder burger made for you, right when you order. And that's just one way we're showing you what we're made of.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
For Grant Haney's
I am Doug
6th kickoff of the night, I guess it would be. Yep, we've had 5.
And together.
And Haney 10. And let's see, it was 14-0. We got 21 here this period. It's 14-0 after 1. It's 35-0 at this point.
That means that's good. When you look at the number of punts, the Bears have not had to punt yet. And Ooltewah has punted 4 times in the first half.
And Coach Floyd will tell you he wants every possession to end on a kick, whether it's a PAT or a field goal attempt or a punt. That means you've not turned the ball over. Here comes Haney, ready for the approach. And our ball is away. Another spinner going to be taken about the 15 to the 20, to the 25, maybe the 25. And boy, he's going to be pinned in. And he spins free, but now he's hit by a couple of guys at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, number 25.
Jake Powell for the Bears. First hit. So 1st and 10 for the Owls at their 25. They trail at 35-0 here in the first half of play from Bear Stadium. Bears will be home next week with Farragut, the Admirals, in a region game. This is a non-region game tonight. It'll be a region game next Friday night and a huge, huge, important region game for the Bears. And they'll have one more region game with Maryville, the final game of the year in week 11, which is game number 10 for the Bears.
Hey, guys.
Yes, sir.
That game next week may be dependent on a home playoff game or not.
Absolutely. I believe it will. So it can't overstate the importance of that one. In the backfield this time would be Robinson with either 32 or 22. He will keep it, throw it out in the flat. It's going to be complete and gaining some yardage up to close to a first down to the 33 on the far side. Watson on the tackle for the Bears. Not sure what number caught it, though.
Number
19.
19, yeah, I see him over there, 19. And that would be Josh
Davis.
Second down and 1 after a 9-yard gain on the pass play. Trips to the right side. And pass out in the flat is going to be complete. And he's going to have the first down out to the 42. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Owls after an 8-yard gain on the pass to Spears. Move the sticks. Watson again on this side of the field. He's just everywhere. Boy, you're going to miss people like Knox, who's a senior.
That's the truth.
Clock's at 2:52 and running here in the first half of play. 35-0 Bears. High snap. He pulls it down and then, oh, what a hit. What a hit. Is that Watson again over there?
No, that's 17.
So 17 for the Bears. That's going to be Max Wilson. Man, he is really coming on, and the player he hit is not getting up.
No, that's Max.
Oh, that's Wilson's down.
Max is down.
They hit face to face, and the Bear trainers are out there quickly.
A great hit, but Max, I saw immediately he was slow to get up.
Sometimes, guys, you ring your own bell when you do that.
Yeah, that's it.
And I am speaking from knowledge here of someone that was undersized that loved to hit. And I probably rung my bell more than theirs.
Ryan, you've never been undersized a day in your life.
Well, buddy, I can always dream.
Got to pick on somebody here. Direct Primary Care is our sponsor in case of injury. We don't like to have those too often, but Direct Primary Care, it's not insurance, it's health care. Direct Primary Care Associates.com. And he's up. He's going to walk off under his own power. He's got his bell rung. We don't need any more injuries, guys, at any time. But he did get a 2-yard loss on play, second down and 12 for the Owls coming up from their 39-yard line here in the first half of play. 2:33 to go. 2:34 actually, I guess. Trips right side as Wilson gingerly, slowly walks off the field. Now he's off the field to play. And here come the Owls again. Trips right side. Back goes Robinson, throwing to the left side, though. Pass going to be complete. He'll have a short gain out to the 45, maybe.
To number 19 again.
That's
Davis.
Davis, and it is complete for a, 5-yard, 6-yard gain, but it's still going to be second down. No, third. Make it third, sorry. 3rd and 6 to go at the Owl 46. Get it right here in a minute. 3rd and 6 at the 46 for the Owls of Ooltewah, who trail at 35-0 here with 2 minutes to go now in the half. Trips right side again. Robinson drops back, rolls to his right, looking, running for his life. He's going to have to just throw it, and it's complete, and he falls quickly out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Not good enough for the first down.
2-yard gain, and they're going to punt it away on 4th down, and still about almost 5 to go. Yep.
What number is that?
That was 8, I believe.
8?
Yeah.
Looked like a
Spears,
0, but
Spears, yep. Back deep is Jarris Rogers. This time he's a lone Ranger back there. As Ooltewah is set to punt with 1:50 to go. Clock stopped the out-of-bounds play. Here's the punt away. It's a low line drive. Rogers steps up and takes a fair catch. He had to fair catch that at the 27-yard line because that was going to roll forever. So the Bears will have it 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line in Bear territory. And we'll keep it right here. We're going to have a halftime break here in a moment for Southland Finance at 1:44 to go in the first half of play. Bears have been on fire offensively tonight, and the defense has been stout. Matter of fact, Ooltewah maybe has been in Bear territory. Well, they've been there 2 or 3 times, but cannot get close anywhere near the red zone. And the Bears have been living in Owl territory tonight. Ballard set to go with Mullins in the backfield. Mullis. I'm going to call him Mullins, but it's Mullis. Twins either side. Ballard fakes the handoff, passes the flat. It's going to be tipped and incomplete. Second down. Intent for Marcus Goree, but it was tipped by an incoming lineman. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 with 1:40 to go now in the half.
7:28.
Ballard gets a signal from the sidelines. Here we go now. No huddle offense. He steps to the line, trips to the right side this time. Single man left. And a handoff. Nope. Yep. Mullis in the middle. Short gain out to the 29. Well, yep. And time called by the Bears, I suppose.
Flag on the field.
Oh, flag. I didn't see the flag. Called by the ref on the far side. Let's see what the indication is here. It is personal foul on the Bears. Whoa, that's not good. 15-yard mark off.
That was way off the play, guys. It was a little extracurricular activity.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes you get caught.
And they did.
Most of the time you do. Back to the Bears all the way back.
At least it didn't nullify much. A 1-yard gain
to the
but a 15-yard mark off.
19-yard line.
Boy.
Where it's going to be
14.
Repeat of 2nd down. Yeah, the 14. Just inside.
Yeah.
That's 15. Let's make
15.
the 15. Yeah, sir. Right at the 15. Second down and 23 now with a minute 22 and the clock is running. Bears may just decide to let the clock run out here, but they're going to probably air it out if they do anything. Ballard just wandering around waiting on a play call. And Bears going to call time here. Play clock's down to 2, and there's time for the Bears. So they'll take time, and we'll take one for Tzatziki's as well. With 1:06 in the half, 35-0 Bears. Back in 1 minute on Talk 101.3 The Buzz.
My thoughts are with you, holding hands with your heart. See you, only blue talk and love. You remember how the new love was here to stay. Now December, now the love we shared in September. Only blue talk and love. You remember the new love we shared today.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. 15.
I am Cleveland Ford.
First pass by the Bears in that 2nd and 23 was to Tito Williams. It's complete. He'll pick up quite a bit of yards, but not near enough for the first down. Time's going to be called by who they didn't signal either way. That's going to be called by Ooltewah. Ooltewah's call time with 50.9 to go. It's going to be third down and still about, no, is it fourth down? It's fourth down, yeah, fourth down. So Bears will have to punt it away on fourth down and 15 or so, looks like. Ball at the 23. They've got to get to the, yep, that was a dead ball foul, yep. They've got to get to the 38, so it's going to be 4th and 15.
Yeah, 15 yards to go.
Yep.
Don't think we'll see a fake punt here.
And Damon's talking to the officials about it down there.
Boy, talk about you never say die attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, the penalty, we were talking about this. I heard the discussion over to my left here in the press box. It was a dead ball foul, so no change. It is fourth down and long yardage.
Bears will punt it away on 4th and 15. Skylar Perkle back to punt. He's punted up basically all year long after Jackson Wilson
This is his
injured.
first tonight.
Yep.
He's averaged up 34, 35 yards, a pretty decent kicking average since replacing Jackson.
And we're ready for the snap here. And there it is. It's a good snap. Perkle's kick is, boy, he could boom one all the way back to the 34-yard line. He called for 35, called for a fair catch. So from the 23 to the 35, woo, we'll take that.
From the 15, wasn't it?
But the line of scrimmage is 23.
23?
Yep.
All right.
So with 43.5 to go, it'll be Owls 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. 43-yard kick, wasn't it? That's his longest of the year, I believe, for Perkle. 43.5 to go in the half. Bears up 35-0. Ooltewah going to try to pull a rabbit out of the hat here in the final few seconds. Robinson, you know they're going to pass. He's going to, nope, he's going to keep it. No. Yeah, he will. Well, he's good with the ball. And he will be carrying it up to the 41 game of 6, 2nd and 4 coming up with 30 seconds to go here in the half. Now, clock is running. And time's going to be called by Ooltewah. That will be their second timeout. They'll have one remaining here with 30.8 to go in the half. And Brian, halftime you got a couple of guys lined up, and along with Coach Floyd. The Bears have really looked good tonight, offensively and defensively.
Well, I tell you what, fellas, sometimes you simplify it down to the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and the Bear offensive line, and we need to run some names down before we get too far into the broadcast here. The Bear offensive line has been the difference tonight.
35-0 with 30.8 to go. Yeah, you're right, dead on. That line has done its job tonight.
And, of course, the defense is pitching a shutout, which we come to expect.
We might have a chance at halftime to even talk about the Hotlanta Braves.
You know I'm ready at all times, boys. I've got my tomahawk with me.
You mean you actually have something to say about the Braves?
I do.
2nd down and 4 for the Owls now from their 42-yard line. Back goes Robinson to pass. Looking, going to throw it long down there. He's going to overthrow everybody again. Boy, he's got a rocket for an arm, but, man, he is overthrowing his receivers. It's not close. He had one close pass, but that one just, man, it's out there. 3rd down and 4 coming up now with 25.3 to go.
3rd and 4.
Bears, again, with a 35-0 lead. We'll have a running clock to start the 3rd quarter unless Ooltewah scores here in this final 25 seconds. The mercy rule, they call it. 35 points, and
we hear a whistle.
A flag blows the ball dead before we could start. Well, they did run about 4 seconds off. It's going to be on Ooltewah. Illegal procedure. Yeah. Oh, holding.
No, game.
Delay of game. Oh, I just said, looked like I said holding. Delay of game, man, when you're down, but the clock was stopped. Back them up 5 to the 36. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 rather than 3rd and 4. You know, when you're having a tough season, everything goes wrong.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We've been there, folks. Here we go on 3rd and 9. Robinson looking to the sidelines. A long look over. Now he has a play. Play clock's at 10. Back goes Robinson looking left. Going to scramble for his life. Boy, he's in deep trouble. Just throws it out. And nobody anywhere near. But he's out of the tackle box. So not going to call him for ground. It's going to be 4th and 9 with 17 seconds to go. And they're going to punt it away. The Bears will have one shot at a return maybe. As the Owls will punt yet again.
And that may be all that Jerry Rogers needs. He can take it quickly.
Back to punt number 32. That's going to be Jaden Harbin, who's had some shots at running back tonight. He's a good-looking, strong guy. We don't have the weights.
This is the 6th punt before halftime.
Well, that tells you what the defense is doing tonight. Pulls down a high snap, boots it away. A low line drive, not going to be returnable. It's going to hit and take a Bradley bounce. Just really die there to 36 with 9.2 to go. So the Bears up 35-0. I'd say they're going to take a knee and go to the dressing room. 9.2 as Brian will have Damon Floyd to talk to as he heads to the dressing room. Then we'll take a break. We'll have our trivia question for Pizza Hut tonight, so you want to stay tuned for that at halftime. We'll have that right out of the break. And we'll have a pretty easy question, I think, tonight for you again. We try to make them pretty easy. But you call Axel Rupiza. We'll give you a phone number here in a moment. And first correct caller win a large pizza from Pizza Hut. And Bradley will go under center, and he's going to take a knee.
Am I eligible to win that one, Gary?
No.
I didn't think so. I'm awful hungry down here.
I'll buy you a pizza sometime. That'll be the final play of the half. And we'll keep it right here because as the clock ticks 0, 35-0 Bears. 35-0 Bears at half. And we let Brian grab Coach Sweeney on his way to the dressing room if he doesn't get run over down there by some of the Bears and get his thoughts on the first half.
All right, fellas.
Let's go down to Brian.
I'm with Coach Damon Floyd on the Crawford Pharmacy sideline report. Coach, you know, our defense is tossing a shutout, but I want to talk offense tonight, and I want to start with our offensive line. Tell me about how well they're playing tonight.
Well, 3 new guys up there this year. Of course, it's Game 7 now, so they ain't new anymore. But they've really came along, you know, throughout this season, and it's a close-knit group. And you can see they're opening a lot of holes for Simon, who, you know, came in and ran well. I'm happy to see Simon back as well after the injury he had last year. And beginning of the year, he was not very, you know, confident with his ankle. And to see him get out there and run like that, that's fun.
Confidence means a whole lot. And I was like you, that was my next question, talk about Simon. A lot of heart.
Oh, a lot of heart. He's a great kid. You know, his brother with Adam Wallace played here was the same way. And, you know, we're down some guys. And so for Simon to step in and step up like that, it's good to see. But, yeah, the offensive line's playing great for him. I'm sure he'd be the first to tell you that.
What a difference a week makes.
I said the same thing just to Coach when he was walking off for halftime.
Good luck in the second half, Coach. Thanks a lot. I appreciate Coach Damon Floyd talking with us. And I'm going to make my way over here to the sideline. And
we're going to take a break while you're doing that.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, fellas.
Here at halftime on our Southland Finance halftime show, 35-0 Bears. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We return. Brian will have a couple of Bears who are not dressed tonight, and you can talk to them, and they can tell you why when we return in 2 minutes. 35-0 Bears at halftime.
Hey guys, this is Austin with Let's Bounce Rental. We're here to provide a quality inflatable for a great price. We have over 17 that's available, and we are easy to book and hassle-free. So you will never go wrong with getting a party done by Let's Bounce Rental. We are always here to provide a great service.
Our crew is dedicated to make sure your equipment arrives on time, set up properly, and without any hassle. Our job is to make sure you have access to the best inflatables so you can have the most fun possible at any event. Whether it's a school event, church gathering, or birthday party, we have the equipment for you. The best part is that we are a locally owned company. We pride ourselves on making sure our customers are taken care of. So the next event you have, plan for success with Let's Bounce Rental. Call us today at 423-435-4311 or reach us by email or website. Thank you.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford. I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
At Whirlpool, we don't know how leaving the house less can make you need to eat more, or why the inside of the fridge is just so interesting. But we do know how to make appliances you can trust, day after day after day after day.
Back live here on our Southline Finance halftime show where the Bears lead at 35-0. Quite a difference between this week and last week. Being joined now by a good friend, Dr. Linda Cash, Director of Bradley County Schools. And Dr. Cash, welcome to the program again.
Thanks.
Glad to have you here. And tell us what's going on in the county schools. I know we've talked earlier, and you talked about the attendance is up everywhere across
attendance is
our
up
system.
everywhere. I'd like to say tonight, thanks for all the fans who showed up tonight. I know we're on fall break, but I appreciate that. I'm sure Damon does as well. And the kids look good. Fans look good. We do have attendance that is up all across our schools, which means we're doing a good job, the teachers are doing a good job, and families want to be here. We have an influx of families from outside of Tennessee for the first time in a long time, so we appreciate them trusting us and coming on in. And
what states are they mostly come from? Any particular state or just all over?
We've actually got a lot coming from California, Michigan. Some of those states are coming in. That's because we're the best place to live, you know. I mean,
well, compared to those states especially, you know, but we won't go in politics.
Right. But no, it's doing well, and you know, with Pie Center open now and being fully operational in January, we're excited about that, and we've got lots of people coming in to look at us and talk about us, and so we appreciate our partnerships in those.
Well, and you hit something that people don't think about. We've had a lot of outside of our area come in, you know, from the governments and other school systems say, hey, what are you guys doing here? Because word's got out there now what we're doing here.
Yeah, I think this week, while everybody's been enjoying themselves, we've been touring lots of people at the Pie Center, people who want to be in and invest in our kids, and we appreciate that so much. I will tell you that our people, especially the Wright brothers and some of the others that jumped in on the front, how much we appreciate them, and we brag about them all the time for jumping in.
Well, we appreciate that. You know, Partners in Education, Industry in Education, PIE, Center we call it, Partners in Education. Is there an update on the Bradley Science Wing? Is it down the road a ways, or is it nearing, or what's the latest on that?
So the plans are still being out. We think we're probably at least a year away because we have to work with our county commission, but they're 100% supportive of it. But it's a process, you know, getting through the fire marshal, making sure the plans work, the site work. But we can't wait for that to happen as well.
Well, it's been needed for a while. We're glad that that's on the drawing board and going to happen, you know, and a lot of great things going on in our school system here at all of our locations. And I know you're proud of the teachers and the principals and all that. And it's
I'll tell you that our teachers are outstanding. Our administrators are outstanding. But the most fascinating thing is I've never been anywhere that focused on students as much as we do and the heart that we have. It is about the education side of it, but the heart and building those relationships is what makes us special.
Well, thank you for taking time to join us here tonight,
Right.
as always, on our halftime show. Keep up the good job,
That's
and let's
all right.
keep things rolling.
Yeah, go Bears.
Go Bears. God bless and go Bears. That is Dr. Linda Cash, our Director of Schools here, and I'm going to hand this back to Earl. Let's go to the sidelines. Brian, I think you've got a couple of Bears down there you want to talk with.
I actually have 3 Bears I'm going to talk with here real briefly. I'm with our sophomore wide receiver, Mr. Landon Scott. And Landon, I tell you what, buddy, it pains me to see you sitting in that chair, but give us an update on what you went through and how the injury happened and where you're at.
So on the JV game Monday night, I got stood up when I was running the ball, and someone dove head first into my knee, and I broke my femur and my growth plate. And then I had surgery the next day. I have a rod and a screw in my knee holding the bone together.
And I tell you what, as bad as we see anybody get hurt, injuries are part of the game. Tell me about your timetable, and you're a sophomore, correct?
Yes.
And so you're just planning on being back next year, correct?
Yes.
Tell me about some of the rehab you're about to get into.
In 2 weeks, I go back to the doctors and get the wire out of my knee, and then I have to stretch every day just so it like heals right and goes straight. And after I get my wire out, I have to do physical therapy and just make sure it heals right, and so I can get back here next year.
Hey, that's fantastic. Well, buddy, I tell you what, we're praying for a speedy recovery, and we'll be praying for you, and you'll be out there next year.
Thank you.
All right, we appreciate Landon talking with us. I'm going to go over here and sit down between a couple more of the walking wounded. I rarely get to sit down over here and well, so I'll start with Mr. Rodney Williams. Ronnie, tell me how you come, how your knee's doing.
No, my knee doing real well. I tore my ACL in the McMinn game on kickoff. Very sad, but I'll be back next year.
It's a different perspective sitting over here on the sideline, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, we wish you all the best, buddy. Continued success, and we'll see you next year out here as well. All right, Mr. Jackson Wilson is sitting over here. Last but certainly not least, buddy, I got to talk to you a little bit last week up at Bearden. Tell me a little bit where you're at on your ankle, and it is an ankle. It was tendons, I do believe.
Yes, it was. I just got my cast taken off after 2 weeks, and I'm in a boot, and I should be back in about 4 weeks.
About 4 weeks or so. So you're still looking a little action this year.
Yes, sir. Should be back in Maryville game, then for the playoffs.
Hey, playoffs, that sounds good to me. That's a good thing. Hey, fellas, I tell you what, I really appreciate these guys hanging out with me down here, and with the walking wounded, but the spirit is still there. Back up to you guys in the booth.
Great job there, Brian, on our Crawford's Pharmacy sideline report. 35-0 Bears here in the Southline Finance halftime show. Let's take a time out here, a 2-minute break here on Buzz 101.3, where all our games are played at Wholesale Supply Group. And we'll return with more live coverage on the Southline Finance halftime show. Back in 2 minutes.
At McDonald's, we're making changes every day to serve you better. It's what we're made of. And serving you better means fresh beef quarter-pounder burgers. Your burger, his burger, her burger. All cooked fresh, right when you order. Made from pure North American beef and just a pinch of salt and pepper. Because we think there's nothing better than a fresh beef quarter-pounder burger made for you, right when you order. And that's just one way we're showing you what we're made of.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Beerthaler.
you on 30. Okay. Oh, I need to do a trivia question. Doggone it. Doggone it. I'll do it right now. Back here at Bradley Central, folks, I apologize for not getting our trivia question out. I got so excited I seen Dr. Cash up here. Here's tonight's question. If you know the answer to this, call 476-0076, 476-0076. If you know the answer to this question, it is an easy one, I think. What former Cleveland High School coach also coached at Ooltewah? What former Cleveland High School coach also coached at Ooltewah? Be the first correct caller. Actually, let me know who wins that as the first correct caller, and to be a large pizza of your choice from Pizza Hut with the correct answer there. I'd like to remind you, too, about the Avoid Tech Center for Orthopedic Care. No matter if it's a sports injury or work injury, just an accident at home, Orthopedic Care will have you covered. VoidTech.com. Andrew Johnson Bank, helping friends is their business. 2 locations in Cleveland, downtown by the Monument, and on North of Coy Street across from the North Walmart. Capital Tire, also our good friends Freddie Bryce and Tony Omby down there. Capital Tire, been getting my money and my business for a long, long time. We appreciate Capital Tire and all that they do in the way of tires and brakes and some mechanical work, and also oil changes, things of that nature. I also like to remind you about George Gray, Allstate Insurance on Key Street. That's George Gray, Allstate Insurance on Key Street. Check them out for all your insurance needs, be it home, auto, or life there. And having said all of that, Earl, if you're ready, we'll give it to you for a halftime report on our stats. And brought to you by Remember Me. So
all right, Gary. Okay, we had a lot of action in the first half, a lot of math to deal with there. It works you whenever
Is it over your head there, Earl?
I'm telling you.
You didn't even know what time the show started today.
A defensive game helps the statistician out a lot. When you have a lot of offense.
Yeah.
And mixed between rushing and passing, boy, it works you. But here we go. First downs in the first half. I had the Bears with 12 and Ooltewah 6. Half dozen to a dozen. 12-6 in first downs, Bears way. In the rushing department, the Bears had 16 rush attempts, 141 yards. And the Ooltewah Owls came up with 20 rush attempts for a total of 76 yards. In the passing department, quarterback Demarius Ballard for the Bears attempted 16 passes, completed 11. So good, solid first half for Demarius. 11 out of 16 for a total already here at halftime, Gary, 228 yards. He's had, obviously, 3 or 4, maybe 5 good long ones of 20 yards or more, including the one that we'll talk about to Finn Mertens for 76 yards and a touchdown that put the Bears on the board way back early in the first quarter in their first touchdown. But 11 out of 16, 228 yards for the Bears passing game. No interceptions by the Bears or Ooltewah for that matter. We've had no passes intercepted. Ooltewah behind the throwing of quarterback A.J. Robinson, 7 out of 12. For a total of 49 yards, so average-wise, he's thrown for the short passes, and Demarius has completed several long passes, including that one to Finn Mertens for 76 yards. That will run your passing yardage up in a hurry right there. In the rushing department individually, Simon Mullis having a good game as Coach Floyd talked with Brian down at the conclusion of the first half. Simon's had 10 carries for 85 yards. So without an injury or real stiff defense, he's going to go well over the 100-yard mark. 85 yards here at halftime, 10 carries for Simon. It's good to see him get back in good running form. As Coach Floyd said, he looked as good and he felt as comfortable since his pre-injury late last year in the season. Demarius Ballard has also chipped in 4 carries for 47 yards, so pretty good running out of the quarterback position. Jakota Jones is the workhorse for the Ooltewah Owls. He's carried 9 times for 17 yards, and Jaden Harden came in his backup and gained 34 yards on 5 carries. So Harbin has been the leading ground gainer and most of that came on 1 big carry. He had 38 yards on that one and a couple of other carries for 2, but then lost yardage, so ends up with 34 yards on the night here at halftime. We had no fumbles in the ball game, no turnovers at all, only 1 punt for the Bears, Skylar Perkle, and that was a good one. 43 yards on that punt. We've had 6 punts already, so you can tell, as we've noted throughout the first half, the Bears defensively have come to play. They have forced the punting game for Ooltewah into 6 punts for 35-yard kicking average. They've had a couple of really good ones, one for 51 yards with the help of some roll, and another one for 47 yards. So not a bad night on the kicking game. Penalties have been more workable tonight. 2 penalties against the Bears here at halftime for 20 yards, and 3 penalties against the Ooltewah Owls for 30 yards. Recapping the scoring real quickly on 5 touchdowns here at halftime, so we will have a running clock in the second half. The first touchdown at the midway part of the first quarter, 7:48 to play. On a pass from Demarius Ballard to Finn Mertens. That was a thing of beauty. Finn just simply outran 2 guys in the secondary, 76 yards to score. Kick was added by Grant Haney, his first of 5 successful point afters tonight. That capped an 82-yard drive in only 4 plays. Later, just 4 minutes later, at the 3:47 mark of the first period, Demarius Ballard called his own number, carried 8 yards up the middle, capping a 55-yard drive in 5 plays, and again Grant Haney kicked the extra point, and then we led 14-0 at the quarter break. Early second quarter, Tito Williams got in the act, a 1-yard end around. And again, Haney was true on his extra point. He hasn't missed tonight, and the Bears were leading at the 10:43 mark of the second quarter, 21-0. Midway that quarter at the 7:20 mark on a pass again from Ballard to Rogers, another outstanding catch and run, 46 yards. That capped a 76-yard drive in 5 plays, and Haney added the extra point. Bears led midway the second quarter, 28-0. They would not be done. They came back on a 59-yard drive in 6 plays and scored at the 3:44 mark with Simon Mullis carrying the final 3 yards, kick again tacked on. So let's see, we've had 5 touchdowns by 5 different Bears. Gary, how long has it been since we saw that evenly distributed?
I couldn't tell you, Earl, but that's a good sign when everybody's touching the ball and scoring some points there. I'd like to remind everyone about Drama Central. They'll present Grease, the musical Grease, November 3rd and 4th at 7 o'clock, November the 6th, 5th, and 6th at 2. Tickets are $12 at the box office, 1 hour before shows. Pre-sale info, BCHS office school hours. Apple Festival booth, October the 15th as well. That's Grease, November 3rd and 4th, and November 5th and 6th at Bradley Central High School at 7 o'clock on the 3rd and 4th, and at 2 p.m. on the 5th and 6th, which would be the weekend here. 35-0 at halftime. As the halftime clock is winding down, we'll take another timeout here on the Southland Finance Halftime Show. We'll be back in 2 minutes with a kickoff here in the third quarter with the Bears up 35-0. Yeah, 2.
Hey, Gary.
At McDonald's, we're making changes every day to serve you better. It's what we're made of. And serving you better means fresh beef quarter-pounder burgers. Your burger, his burger, her burger. All cooked fresh, right when you order. Made from pure North American beef and just a pinch of salt and pepper. Because we think there's nothing better than a fresh beef quarter-pounder burger made for you, right when you order. And that's just one way we're showing you what we're made of.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
At Whirlpool, we don't know how leaving the house less can make you need to eat more, or why the inside of the fridge is just so interesting. But we do know how to make appliances you can trust, day after day after day after day.
Oh, no, that's a Demarius. He's 0.
20. 76.
15. High school, as we wrap up our Southline Finance halftime show, appreciate all of our guests we've had. You heard Rodney Williams, Jackson Wilson, and also Landon Scott. And you heard Dr. Cash giving us an update on several things. Talk about the Pie Center, and we'll talk about the new science wing that's in the works here at Bradley Central, and we know we need that. School's been open 50 years. It's time for a few more new things, too. But here we go with the kickoff here. The Bears leading at 35-0. The Mercy Rule, correctly said, it used to be 35-0. It's 30-0 now. 30-0. As a good friend of mine reminded me, it's 30-0 leading at the start of the third quarter. And the Bears are going to be receiving this time once they take the field. They're still on the sidelines in the huddle.
And let me slide this in while we're waiting on the kickoff. Receptions, boy, did we distribute that around. Rogers, 3 for 63. Tito Williams, 2 catches for 45 yards. Finn Mertens, 2 catches, 81 yards. Knox Watson, 1 for 20. Simon Mullis, 2 catches for 15. And Taylor Dugan, 1 for 6. Talk about keeping people happy.
6 receivers there, man. Ooltewah about to kick off. That's number 32, Jaden Harbin kicking off. Back deep is Marcus Goree, Tito Williams, Jarius Rogers. Well, we got Fleetfoot people back there. Here's the kick taken at the 21. Trying to go to the left. 30, 35. Spinning free and brought down, though, at the 44-yard line. I believe that was on return. That was Jarius Rogers. Yep. So the Bears will have first and 10 at the 43, exactly where they'll place it down. With a 35-0 lead, the clock will run continuously except for call timeouts or for injuries or for scores. Sometimes it even runs for scores. So the Bears in good shape to pick up their 6th win of the year, 5-1 coming into the game. Ooltewah looks like they're facing their 6th defeat of the year. And here come the Bears. Let's see if we got the same set out there. We have Ballard at quarterback, and we have Mullis at the running back position. Twins left, twins right for the Bears, up 35-0. Out of the shotgun as always. Ballard set the snap to him, looking as he rolls back, going to step forward now. He's got plenty of time. He throws it down the field wide open at the 27-yard line. My goodness, I think that nobody covered him. Marcus Goree on the catch from the 27 to the 20. Let's see, to the 27. Where do we start the drive at, Earl?
43.
43 to the 27. So there is a 34-yard gainer right there for the Bears on the pass play. Demarius Ballard is having a great night throwing the football. 10:38, and the Bears come out firing on all pistons here again. Another first down for the Bears, and Cleveland Ford trips to the right side this time for the Bears. Ballard Keeps himself. He's going to roll left. He's going to have yards to the 25, to the 20, on to the about 19 before he steps out, maybe the 18. Yep, right at the 18-yard line. A 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1 coming up for the Bears. 27 to the 18, a 9-yard gain. So a good move and a good run that time by quarterback Ballard, who's a junior. All these guys basically we're talking about tonight with these receptions are juniors. Taylor Dugan's a senior. Knox Watts is a senior. 2nd down and 1. Clock rolls under 10 minutes. It'll be a quick second half with the Bears up this huge margin. Ballard with Mullis in the backfield. Trips to the right side for the Bears. May go over the top to the house. Let's see. Nope, they'll hand it to Mullis. He'll carry it, and he'll get a couple, 3 yards, I believe enough for a first down. Well, let's see where the spot's at.
Pretty close.
East of the
got
18
about a yard
or so. And they're going to say...
Yeah, they're calling it no gain much.
Yep,
it's still 3rd.
Yep. Got nothing. Ball still at the 18-yard line. 3rd and 1. Bears send a player in, take a player out. Look to the sidelines, have their plays. They're set to go with 9:13 to go. We'll be out of here by 9 o'clock the way this clock's going to run.
Yeah, just run the clock.
Ballard on the handoff. Mullis in the middle. Comes open. He's got the first down and more down across the 15 to about the 13-yard line. Be a 1st and 10 for the Bears. And Cleveland Ford as they move the sticks again. Mullis has really had a good night running tonight. Run like the old Simon. Glad to see that, man. I know he is too. Ballard and the Bears set again. Hand off to Mullis again into the middle. He'll have a short gain, maybe 2. Down to near the 10. Steve, he's going to be just outside the 10-yard line. Gain of about 2, 3, let's call it.
Yeah, it's right at the 10.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 coming up for the Bears at that point. Bears with a huge second quarter. Had 14 in the first quarter, 21 more in the second, making it 35-0. Brainerd really has not come close to scoring tonight. Brainerd, not Brainerd. Ooltewah. You know, maybe it's time for me to retire, Earl.
No. Finish the game first.
Yeah, okay, I'll finish the game. Okay. And here's Ballard on the carry again. Into the end zone. Untouched for a touchdown for the Bears. 7-yard run. And Demarius Ballard at 7:51 to go in the period makes it 41-0. And Grant Haney will try his 6th point attempt for the Bears here. He's a perfect 5 for 5. The record in a game is 8. And Grant got 7 earlier this year. I guess it was against Brainerd. That's what I have my mind thinking about that. And we'll go quickly to the sideline. So the kick is up. It's good. And Brian, the Bears picked right up where they left off, didn't they?
Buddy, I tell you what, they talk about a well-oiled machine. This is the best offensive output for the Bears this season so far. And, fellas, you got to build up toward playoff time. And, you build your momentum and get going. And I think we're having a coming-out party tonight for Demarius Ballard.
Yeah, Demarius is really looking good. 7:51 to go, 42-0, and we'll keep it right here. The Bears are out there ready to kick off one more time. And, Earl, that was another quick strike drive.
57 yards. Had a real good start on the return by Rogers. Started from their 43, so 57-yard drive, 6 plays. They kept it on the ground after that pass. They got off to a great start with the pass to Goree for 30 yards, and then, boom. It was the Mullis and Ballard show after that. And the Bears are on the scoreboard.
His dad will correct.
42-0.
Here we go with another kickoff of Grant Haney. He is perfect 6 for 6. And the Bears lead 42-0. Clock is stopped on a score at 7:51 to go in the third quarter play here. Bears here next week with Farragut, the Admirals. And here's another high spinner going to be taken at the 21, going left to the 25, to the 30. Trying to get outside and get away from traffic. He's going to get to the 25.
He's going to reverse.
30 and pull down finally about the 35-yard line on the return there for the Owls. So it'll be a first 10 for Ooltewah. It's a 36. They'll mark him down officially. And with 7:35, the clock is running. The Bears up 42-0.
First and 10, Ooltewah.
They'll mark it right at the 36. 7:22 here in the third quarter play. Bears have 3 more games. Boy, it's hard to believe, but this is our 7th game. We've got Farragut here, Ray County there, and then we'll have Maryville here. And there's a flag on the Bears. They blow it dead, 12 men on the field.
As that substitution rule, we had too many men, and he tried to get off and could not quite make it.
They sent him in to sub, and then they hollered because he was going to snap the ball. It happened last week at Bearden. That's a 5-yard mark-off for the Bears. I think that's, what, 3rd penalty of the night? Move the ball to 41. It's going to be 1st and 5 now for the Owls. Trips right side for Ooltewah. A.J. Robinson hands it off. And, he's not going to get the first down. Might have a yard. And there's a fumble on play. The Bears pick it up, and they're going to go.
From the 36.
And 36-yard touchdown for the Bears. And that was a live ball. It is a touchdown.
That's Tito.
Tito Williams. What a game he is having. And I don't see any flags. Wait a minute. Yeah, I believe we got a flag back here, guys.
That might be a block on after the fumble.
Yeah, I believe it's a clean pickup. Where's the flag at?
I don't see the flag.
Right in the middle of the field, about the 30.
I still don't see it.
The referees are guarding it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the 17, Brian.
Well,
no wonder I couldn't find
close
it.
Anyway.
My goodness, fellas. You're in the bird's eye view up there, and I'm on the other end of the field.
I couldn't find it with binoculars on. Okay. I'm going to bring it back. So it's not a touchdown. It was a touchdown, but it's going to be nullified. It was a turnover. Where are they going to mark it from? The 17, back 15, to, no, 10. 10-yard mark off back to the 27.
No, he keeps walking, Gary.
Well, where are they taking it to?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a little too far, isn't it?
From the 7. Now they're going to mark it off. What are we doing here? To 42. The 42. That's a 25-yard mark off.
We went from the 17 to the 42.
I don't understand that.
How do you get a 25-yard penalty?
Maybe there's another flag down there we didn't see. And now they're going to talk it over.
Yeah, let's do some math here, folks.
Uh-oh. Here comes the reset button.
All right. Yep. Now we're going to.
There we go.
Yep. Go to the press box to get you to try.
I believe the official got here late tonight, too. Still ain't right.
From the 17, what is it, a 15?
They keep moving it. From the 17 back to the
38.
28's where it's at.
28.
11-yard mark off.
Close enough.
11-yard penalty. Okay.
Close enough.
Yeah. Hey,
all right.
They're wanting to get out of here, too, guys. 4:33. The clock's running all this time, and we're discussing all this. And here's a run into the middle for a short game for the Bears. And I believe that's Mullis again. Who was that? A gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Well, the official had to. No, he lost 2. I'm sorry, he lost 2 back to the 30. Ballard into the mix, and that's Alex Walker in our quarterback. Alex Walker at quarterback, pass complete out in the flat down to the 20, right at the 25, a 5-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd down and about 7 to go for the Bears. 3rd and 7 after Walker is in there now for the Bears, seeing his first action in a while.
And who caught that?
I have no idea. 25 for the Bears, yeah. That is Jake Powell. Walker back looking left this time, throwing across middle. It's going to be incomplete. He threw it short, way down the field, close to the 10-yard line, intended for Taylor Dugan. Going to be 4th down and 7 to go. Bears, of course, not going to punt it from this point at the 24-yard line in Owl territory. Well, maybe they're going to punt it.
Field goal.
Field goal attempt. Okay, that's not a record, but that's going to be close to it. Grant Haney from the right hash mark, putting on the 32, add 10 for the end zones, 42-yard attempt by Grant Haney. That's a long way to kick, but boy, he's had some good kicks here on the kickoffs and so forth. Here's a snap, the place down, that kick. Boy, it's long enough.
Looks pretty good.
Is it through the uprights?
Oh,
it's good.
Yes.
42-yard field goal by Grant Haney.
And honestly had 4 or 5 yards to spare. That was a good, solid kick right there.
And let's take a 30-second timeout and be back with another Bear kickoff by Mr. Grant Haney with your score, Bears 45 and Ooltewah 0.
I was told the place I was looking for didn't exist.
A place that could refine my raw talents into something greater.
Where I could ask big questions about my faith, not settling for easy answers.
And I could risk what's comfortable in pursuit of my dream.
To join with others, find my voice, and change the world.
I was told that place didn't exist.
Then I found Lee.
Shoemaker had a 42. So Grant was 2 yards shy of tying the record with his 42-yarder tonight. Clay Shoemaker and Tracy Ellis had one for 42.
So is he now tied with 2 other guys at 42?
Yep, but there's 44 is the record.
44. Yeah, I remember Jay Graham. 44.
Here comes Haney's kickoff. It is high. Another long high kick to the 17, to the 20. Trying to get outside and go to the right side to the 25, and he's going to be hit, and that's as far as she rolls. Brought down right at the 25-yard line with 2:30 to go in the third period of play. 45-0 Bears. It'd be 1st and 10 for the Owls at that point.
Hey, Gary.
Yes, sir.
Hey, let's talk about the importance of that field goal, not just for tonight's ball game. Look into the future. We're 3 games from the playoffs starting. Now, there's going to be some close games along the way. That right there tells the coaching staff, and it gives Grant the confidence to say, hey, I can knock that through there to win a ball game somewhere down the road.
Good point. Good point. Here come the Owls. Twins right. Robinson back. Hands off and into the middle for a couple of yards. Looks like it's going to be number 32. Is that Harbin?
Jones on the carry.
Jones. That's Jones. That's 22. Dakota Jones, the carry, number 22. He picks up 2 yards, 2nd and 8, coming up for the Owls now at the 27-yard line.
Correct. 2nd and 9.
Actually, he only gained a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9, according to the chains over there. And here he is running across the left side, out across the 30 to the 31 or so, maybe the 32. Yep, 32-yard line. A gain of 6. It's going to be 3rd down and right at 3 to go for a 1st down. 3rd and 3 for a 1st down for the Owls at 1:12 to go. Boy, this third quarter is zipped by with the clock running. Bradley trying to get the 12th man off the field with a T, and they do. High snap. Robinson pulls her down, hands off, and boy, that high snap messed up that play totally, and it's going to be thrown for a loss. That's Jones in the backfield. He will lose back to the 32. Actually, no gain, no loss. 4th down coming up. 4th and still 3 to go. Bradley has no one back deep to receive at this point. Yep, there goes Jarris back. Back about his 39-yard line or so. We've got to get him a return tonight. The snap. The kick is away. Now he might, no. They're getting down too quick for him to take off and run with it. Another nice long roll from the 32 all the way down to the 22. 32 to the 22. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout. At the Cleveland Utilities PowerPoint. Be back in, well, let's wait right here. Bears on top as it runs to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that'll end the third quarter play with a score of 45-0 here on Talk 101.3 The Buzz. Back in 1 minute with more live coverage and what'll be a quick 4th period with the Bears in a huge lead of 45-0.
I was told the place I was looking for didn't exist.
A place that could refine my raw talents into something greater.
Where I could ask big questions about my faith, not settling for easy answers.
And I could risk what's comfortable in pursuit of my dream.
To join with others, find my voice, and change the world.
I was told that place didn't exist.
Then I found Lee.
At Whirlpool, we don't know how leaving the house less can make you need to eat more, or why the inside of the fridge is just so interesting. But we do know how to make appliances you can trust, day after day, after day, after day.
I am Cleveland Ford. I am Cleveland. I am Cleveland Ford. I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Beerthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
Yes, it is.
It's 34, but not Landon Scott then.
Yeah.
And let's go quickly to Joe Cannon. Joe, you have a score for us to report there?
Yeah, McMinn County is up 43-7 on Sweetwater in the third quarter up in Athens.
Another non-region game for the Cherokees. They're blowing out the Wildcats from Sweetwater there. Bradley on the running play again up the middle. And who was...
I don't know who's wearing Scott.
Antonio Butts. Antonio Butts on the carry the last two plays out to the 31. It's going to be third down and 1 yard to go. Antonio, a good-looking underclassman for the Bears, and he's wearing Landon Scott's number tonight, number 34. Clock's at 11 minutes and running, 45-0 Bears. Handoff again to Butts. He'll go the right side, left side. He's got the first down out across the 35 to the 36 or so. But first and 10 for the Bears in Cleveland Ford. Antonio Butts on the carry. Alex Walker's at quarterback right now for the Bears. And boys, next week, not going to divert too much attention away from the football game, but the Braves will start playing in the playoffs next Tuesday against the Phillies and the Cardinals, winner of that 3-game series. Here's a handoff in the middle, and Putz really nearly broke that one out across the 40 to the 44, 8-yard pickup. Going to be second down and 2, I believe.
The Braves are hot at the right time of the season.
Yep, they got a lot of guys that's hot.
And the key to that is, guys, they won the division. They dodged the Dodgers until the division series.
Yep. Second down and 2 for the Bears after 8-yard gain by Antonio Butts, wearing number 34 here tonight. He had a good game Monday night in JV game, and he'll get the ball one more time. He's got the first. No, that's 38 now for the Bears, and that will be Logan Ledford on the carry. And the first and 10 for the Bears in Cleveland Ford at the 47-yard line. So a 3-yard pickup by Logan Ledford. So a lead like this, you get to see a lot of different guys. We got different receivers in, running back, quarterback. I mean, it's good to be able to do that. 9:27 in the game, 45-zip Bears. Walker asked for the ball. Guess he's going to call his own number, and he's going to move it up to near midfield. I believe he did hit the midfield stripe for about a 3-yard gain. Nope, going to back him up to the 49. Gain of 2, second down and 8 for quarterback Alex Walker, who's a junior. 9 minutes to go when the ball is snapped again. Bears in no hurry. Twins right, single man left. Snap, handoff in the middle to Butts. Looks like, or is that 38 again? 38 again. That's going to be Ledford. You'll get maybe a yard to midfield. 3rd and 7 coming up. Give him a yard. Yep. Ball right at midfield here with 8:35 remaining. Bears home with Farragut, the Admirals, in a region game next week, unlike tonight's game where the Ooltewah Owls are a Class 5 team. The Bears, of course, in Class 6. Cleveland and Walker Valley both off this week. Bears playing here on a Thursday night with a good crowd, really more than I expect to see here tonight, to be honest about it. Twins right side on 3rd down and 8. Walker back to pass, rolling right. Pass going to be complete, and he will not have the first down to complete the number. Who is it? 25. Jake Powell on the catch. It's going to be 4th down and right at 3 to go for a first down with the ball at the 46-yard line in our territory now. And with 7:55 to go, I believe the Bears, they're lining up like they're going to go for it. And let's see if they actually do. I believe they are. Out of the shotgun now. 4th down and 3 from the Owl 46. Looking to the sideline to change the play. The Owls are masked to stop what they think will be a run. And now Bradley's trying to get lined up. Play clock's at 3. They got it off just in time. Here's a handoff to Ledford into the middle. He's fighting, and he will get it on second and third effort for the first down. They're going to spot it at the 42, and I believe, yes, that's the first down by a yard.
Gary. And that was strictly Logan Ledford right there. He got a good block at the line of scrimmage, but they held him, and Logan refused to go down and picked up a couple more yards.
Sort of spun around there, shook him loose. First and 10 for the Bears now after a 4-yard gain from the 46 to the 42 in Owl territory for the Bears. Twins to the left side for the Bears. Walker, handoff in the middle. That's going to be Ledford again. He'll have yardage down inside the 40. A gain of about 3. Second down and 7 coming up at the 39-yard line. Actually, let's see, maybe just 2 yards.
Nope.
No, it's 3. Yeah, 3. Second down and 7 to go. Clock at 6:28 and running. 45 zip Bears. Walker hands it off again. And that'll be into the middle. And a first down picked up for the Bears. I don't believe that was Ledford that time. Let's see who the number was against
34.
34.
That's back to Butts.
That's Antonio Butts, Jr. And a first and 10 for the Bears in Cleveland Ford at the Owl 32-yard line. Bears driving down the field with this second team here. Really some third-teamers in there as well against Ooltewah. Same set again. Walker hands it again to Butts. He'll go around the right side. He'll have some yards down to the 25 and on. He's pushed out of bounds at the 23. A good game, but not a first down from the 32 to the 23. So he's got 8 yards. Yep, second down and 2 coming up when they move the down marker. Second down and 2. Actually, closer to a yard to go. So give him 9 on the play. Second down and 1 to go for the Bears. Walker again hands it off to Butts. No, that's Ledford back in there. He'll have the first down across the 20, down near the 17-yard line for a first and 10 for the Bears. And Cleveland Ford. They said it was Antonio Butts. It looked like 38.
Yeah,
no, that's Butts. That's Butts coming out. Yep, 34.
And the ball's at the 17. Yep.
So Ledford back in there at running back now with 4:48 in the game. Walker takes a snap, hands it to Ledford, who trips, uprights himself, and cruises on down inside the 15 to the 12, about a 5-yard pickup. It's going to be second down and 5. It's Logan Ledford. I'm not sure what grade Logan is in. Yep, there he is. He is a freshman. There's a freshman running back there for the Bears. So on second down and 5, Bears creeping ever closer. They're in the Kia of Cleveland drive zone now. That's a Kia of Cleveland drive zone. Here's a handoff to Ledford inside the 10. Boy, he just keeps pushing that pile.
He's a chunk, too. I don't know how much he weighs, but he's a big boy to be a running back there.
They list him at 180. And he is down. First and goal for the Bears. Ball on the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Bears in Cleveland Ford. Bears bringing in a couple of different linemen. Clock's at 3:44. We had 12. Get off the. There he's off the field now. Walker and the gang set. He will take it, hand off to Butts. He hits the middle. Nothing. He'll lose a yard actually from the 5 down to back to the 6, I believe. Yep, 1 yard loss. Second and goal from the 6. 3:20 clock running here in the fourth period, up 45-0 for the Bears. Looking to the sidelines one more time. Next week we'll be back to a Friday schedule unless somebody decides to change it in the beginning of the week like this week happened. But Ooltewah and the Hamilton County schools are out next week. That was one of the things that drove them to request to move it to Thursday. And as we said earlier,
call my cell phone now if we make like a Thursday night game.
Yeah, you go buy your cell phone first and I'll call it. And here's a drive down inside the 5 to the 4. It's going to be third and goal, yeah.
Did I hear that correctly?
He said he's going to go buy a cell phone tomorrow, so he can't depend on his wife to tell him anything.
Telling you.
We're going to throw her around the bus
It's
again.
hard to find good help, Earl.
Yeah, I know.
You marry a woman, you expect her to let you fax messages to you.
Supposed to be my personal secretary.
Unbelievable.
Man, I'd fire her. 3rd and 4.
She's really pretty good.
3rd and goal from the 4. Handoff again inside. That's going to be Butts on the carry. Did he get to the end zone?
It's close to the goal line.
Oh,
inches short.
Just shy. 4th down. 2:07 to go. 4th and maybe a half yard to go. If that far.
Oh, 6 inches maybe.
Yeah, it's well inside the. Oh,
Yeah.
it's close.
It is right down.
I mean, it's 6 to 12, 6 to 8 inches.
Yep. It's not even a football length.
No.
So in the backfield is going to be Butts. They need to let Butts go ahead and carry this in the end. And there's the snap coming up, and they'll hand it to Butts, and he didn't get it. He lost yard. They stopped the Bears.
That's 4th down, too, isn't it?
Yep.
They don't have a 5th down.
Nope. No, this ain't rugby or whatever. And the ball goes over to the Ooltewah Owls, who stopped the Bears at the 1 yard line. He actually lost about half a yard maybe. So with only 1:17 to go, it goes over to Ooltewah, who trails 45-0 here in the 4th and final period of play. They had a good game plan for the Bears tonight, offensively, defensively. Everything has clicked right along. But this time the Kia of Cleveland drives on. They do get stopped.
I want you to check the timepiece, Gary. You said a long time ago, hey, we'll wrap this game up by 9 o'clock.
Well,
and it's coming close.
50 seconds away from wrapping the game up. Under center this time for the Owls. And into the middle. He'll gain a yard or two. And they just move the whole pile forward to about the 5 or 6. 30 seconds to go. May not even have another play here because they'll start the play clock here at 40. And the game clock's at 32. So Ooltewah's probably going to try to get a play off. And a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 after the quarterback sneaked that time. Robinson on the handoff, and he falls down and fumble the ball. Did the Bears get it?
Yep, the Bears have recovered.
I believe they did with only 12 seconds to go, and that's going to end the game right here. The Bears will take over offensively, but the game clock's going to run out here. Is it 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's going to be our final score there. The only turnover of the game, I guess, wasn't it?
And Braxton Arthur given credit for the fumble recovery.
Braxton Arthur on that recovery with like 15 seconds to go, and of course, with the score out of hand, the Bears didn't even put men on the field to try to run a play. So that's going to wrap up our game here tonight. Get ready now for our Jenkins Deli post-game show as the Bears win at 45-0 to prove to 6-1 on the year, while the Owls will drop to 1-6 on the season in a non-region game, with a big region game coming up next week. And we need all of you here, folks, for the Farragut Admirals when they come into Bear Stadium here. Let's take about a 3-minute break here and give Earl time. He's got a lot of stats to add up. We'll take a 3-minute timeout here on Talk 101.3 The Buzz, and we'll return after these commercial messages from some of our great sponsors. Final score again, 45-0 Bears over the Owls. Yeah, 3.
My thoughts are with you, holding hands with your heart. See you, only blue dog can love you. Remember how the new love was here to stay. Now December, now the love we shared in September. Only blue dog can love you. Remember the new love we shared today.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland. I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Beerthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
Hey guys, this is Austin with Let's Bounce Rental. We're here to provide a quality inflatable for a great price. We have over 17 that's available, and we are easy to book and hassle-free. So you will never go wrong with getting a party done by Let's Bounce Rental. We are always here to drive a great service.
Our crew is dedicated to make sure your equipment arrives on time, set up properly, and without any hassle. Our job is to make sure you have access to the best inflatables so you can have the most fun possible at any event. Whether it's a school event, church gathering, or birthday party, we have the equipment for you. The best part is that we are a locally owned company. We pride ourselves on making sure our customers are taken care of. So the next event you have, plan for success with Let's Bounce Rental. Call us today at 423-435-4311 or reach us by email or website. Thank you.
At Whirlpool, we don't know how leaving the house less can make you need to eat more, or why the inside of the fridge is just so interesting. But we do know how to make appliances you can trust, day after day after day after day.
I am Cleveland Ford. I am Cleveland. I am Cleveland Ford. I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
At Whirlpool, we don't know how leaving the house less can make you need to eat more, or why the inside of the fridge is just so interesting. But we do know how to make appliances you can trust, day after day after day after day.
I am Cleveland Ford. I am Cleveland.
Back here at Bradley Central, 45-0 the final. The Bears win over the Owls. Let's go quickly to the field to Brian Grisham, who's got our player of the game, Mr. Demarius Ballard, our quarterback, down there to talk with us.
All right, fellas, the Dale's hitting in our player of the game. I am with Bear quarterback Demarius Ballard. First of all, congratulations, Demarius, a tremendous team win.
Thank you. Thank you.
Give me your thoughts on how things progressed as the game went along.
Our coach put us in a predicament to win, and they gave us a good game plan to win. And our O-line came, our D-line came.
What's the total for the game?
Everybody same page tonight.
For the game.
And when we like that, nobody going to beat us.
Absolutely. And you mentioned your offensive line. The offense doesn't go without your offensive line, do it?
Sure.
Tell me a little bit about how they opened some holes. I saw some holes that I could have run through tonight.
Yeah. We always knew they could do it. I don't really know.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
He was 12 of 17, 258 yards. 12 of 17.
12 of 17, 258 yards tonight. Tell me a little bit now. This is your third or fourth game starter. Tell me how your progression is coming along and how you're getting more comfortable.
Our coaches trusted me, and they said if I mess up, just keep going. They just gonna have my back the whole time.
That's the key to the whole thing. Next play.
Yes, sir.
He passed. He passed for 2 and ran for 2.
Passed for 2 and ran for 2. 45-0. Can't beat that, can you? Hey, congratulations. I appreciate you talking with us.
Let him have your headphones.
Thank you, buddy. All right, fellas, there we have it. Demarius Ballard, our Dale's Heating and our player of the game. Back up to you guys.
Being joined now our Jinx coach Damon Floyd. And Damon, a little different field tonight than it was last Friday night. The Bears come out picking on all cylinders. Offensive, we had Ballard 12 of 17, 258 yards. He ran for 2, threw for 2. And the defense, what can you say with a shutout?
A lot better than last week.
Yeah.
You know, at halftime we were walking off, and I told one of the other coaches, I said, man, what a difference a week makes. So, our kids came out and executed. And, there was a talent difference tonight. Let's just be honest. But, we can't control that. We can only control what we control, and I was really happy with the way all of our guys played. And, Coach Burkhart did a really good job tonight of mixing things up. And that was probably my fault last week. Not probably, it was. I handcuffed us. I wanted to try to make it a dirty game against Bearden and low scoring, keep it out of their hands. And I should have opened it up looking back. But, it's just part of it. I thought Demarius obviously played well, but the offensive line gave him time.
Yep.
And then it makes it easier, too, when you throw a 5-yard route and Finn takes it to the house, So just got to keep him getting more confidence and more reps. And, it's fun to watch.
Well, Demarius we just interviewed on the field, was our player of the game, and Finn Mertens, the pass from Demarius to him was our play of the game.
Awesome.
So you hit on both those right there. Now you got a big game, a big region game next week right here at home, homecoming with Farragut Admirals, and man, that is a huge game for us and for them too.
Yeah, it's and it's become a big rivalry too with us and Farragut, because there was a lot of times we wasn't in the same region. We always played them. And we've had some battles, but they've had the upper hand on us. We were able to beat them a couple times last couple of years, but really, really class program. Eddie Courtney's been there a long time, but those guys do it. They do it the right way. They play extremely hard. They're obviously got some really good athletes, but we'll definitely have our hands full, and we have got to get ready for a full-quarter battle. I've watched some film on them, and offensively, they execute better than anybody I've seen in really a long time. And but their kids believe, and they know what their job is. So defensively, we'll definitely have our hands full. Offensively, we're going to have to keep doing what we're doing, and it's about execution. And last week we couldn't get a first down to even get to the field position to even open it up at all. And then, this tonight it just all clicked. So hopefully we can keep that going.
Well, last week we spent so much time behind the chains, as you say, that we just couldn't get anything going. And you couldn't open things.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe 5 penalties tonight. I didn't have many. One of them was at the very end. So 4 penalties. Yeah. So that was, when you don't make penalties and kill yourself, it's not easy, but it's a whole lot easier to get into some momentum. So kids have fun tonight.
No turnovers tonight for the Bears, and the only turnover of the game was the one right there at the very, very end. I think when
we had the other one where we got Tito ran in for a touchdown. We had a block in the back.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, but you hold somebody scoreless. That says a lot, because their running back, I don't know his name, 22. Man, he is a player.
That's Dakota Jones.
He can run the ball for sure. I think he's the best running. He's along with Cleveland. He's the best running back we've seen.
Okay, well, we got that behind us and got a shutout win, 45-0, non-region game. But next Friday night, it's a huge for playoff positioning, home or away, and got to have that win.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be a little bit more healthy next week. Obviously Simon Mullis, got to say something about him. He stepped in, man, and he ran the ball great. And offensive line obviously blocked. But talk about Finn, too. Finn doesn't get enough credit. He's been starting now for 3 years. He plays corner. He don't ever get his name called, because usually if you're good at corner, nobody recognizes you.
Yeah.
So to see him get a touchdown was really awesome, too. But a lot of Simon Mullis, got to give him some props.
Simon showed a lot of speed. I mean, hitting that line, he was through there quick.
Yeah, and he was doing it last year until he got hurt as a sophomore, and had a lot of yards and some big explosive plays. But to be quite honest, he's just now getting comfortable with his ankle, because he had ankle surgery in the last season. And he's at the beginning of the season, I didn't know if he'd ever play, because he just mentally had a little hurdle. But he's gotten over it in the past couple weeks, so it's good to see that.
How about Tito Williams' game tonight, man?
Yeah, and dumb me, we got to play him on offense more, because he goes up, makes a great catch. We put him in a goal line. He gives extra effort to get in the end zone. All around good team win.
Well, and passes to 8 different receivers.
8 different receivers, man. That's nice to see. And I've been saying all along, we're very deep at receivers. Just got to get them the ball, and tonight it worked out.
5 different people scored in the first half for us, too. Which we're sharing it with everybody in there. But Tito had a good game. On defense, we was calling Tito's name a lot. A.J. Williams. Knox Watson, man, he laid some licks on some
Knox
guys out
is a warrior.
there.
He's an absolute warrior. He's one of my all-time favorites to coach, because he don't get tired. He never wants a break. He's full tilt every single day, and you got to love coaching kids like that. And then I remember Marcus Gore had 2 tackles for a loss back-to-back that was huge early in the game. And he can do a lot of things. He can cover, but I blitzed him those 2 times, and he made the play in the backfield. So a lot of guys stepped up and made plays. It's fun when it goes this way.
Yeah. Well, Coach, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on the big win and the non-region game, 45-0 Ooltewah. Let's get ready for the Admirals next week.
It'll be tough, but that's what the season's for.
It's homecoming for us, too, next Friday night, too.
Well, that's for all the other kids.
Yeah, I know.
These players got to focus.
You got a game to worry about,
that's
I know.
Right.
So start that game planning, and appreciate Coach Floyd joining us here for our Jinx Daily postgame show. Again, the score 45-0. Let's take a break and come back with Earl Stats on behalf of Remember Me when we return in 2 minutes here on the Buzz 101.3. 45-0 again, a happy final from Bradley Central over Ooltewah.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland. I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Beerthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
Back here at Bradley Central one final time on a Thursday night. Game was switched this past Monday. The Bears win over the Owls 45-0. Ooltewah just down the road, one of our good friends. We have a lot of great competition with them tonight. They come up a little short on the football fields. The Bears take an easy win here tonight. Let's go to Earl Rowan for Coach Earl's stats from Remember Me.
All right, Gary, and these are some good stats in comparison to that second half last week. The offense clicked tonight, and of course the defense threw a shutout, so can't get much better. In the first downs department, it was the Bears with 20 first downs. That's, I think, a high for the season. 20 first downs. Ooltewah, 6 first downs. In the rushing department, the Bears had 40 rush attempts for a total of 239 yards. Ooltewah, 24 rush attempts for a total of 87 yards. In the passing department, overall for the Bears team, 20 attempts through the air, 14 completions for a total of 270 yards. And the reason I'm dividing that is Demarius Ballard had the vast majority. Alex Walker did get in on that last drive, completed 2 of 3 passes for a total of 12 yards. Most of that drive was on the ground in the fourth quarter when a lot of reserves were in. But Demarius Ballard tonight, 12 out of 17, no interceptions, 258 yards, and threw for 2 touchdowns. So that is a good, solid performance. A little off last week. He bounced back after, I'm sure, a good week of practice and had a sterling performance tonight, 12 out of 17, 258, and threw for the 2 touchdowns. Demarius, of course, our player of the game, also, Gary, ran for 2 scores in our 6-touchdown ball game, so he was in on 4 of those touchdowns. Let's see, no fumbles by the Bears tonight. Ooltewah had 2 fumbles. Both of those were lost. Braxton Arthur picked off that one in the closing moments of the ball game. And only one punt by Skylar Perkle tonight, back just before halftime, 43 yards. 7 punts for Ooltewah, averaged 37 yards on their kicking game. 4 penalties against the Bears, 35 yards. 3 penalties against Ooltewah, 30 yards. So that's far, far more workable, as Coach Floyd said. When you only have 4, 5, 6 penalties a game, you can win some ball games. Let me go to the individual receptions, since we had 14 pass completions, all to 8 different receivers. You talk about distributing the pass receptions well. Jarius Rogers, 3 catches tonight for 63 yards. Tito Williams, they got the ball to Tito twice for 45 yards. Finn Mertens had 2 catches, 81 yards. Knox Watson 1 for 20. Simon Mullis, 2 catches for 15 yards. And Taylor Dugan had 1 for 6 yards. Marcus Goree in the second half, 1 catch for 30 yards. And Jake Powell had 2 receptions for a total of 12 yards. Mentioning Simon Mullis, he was just shy of the 100-yard mark, but he only carried 3 times as the subs played most of that second half. Simon had a great game rushing, 13 carries for 93 yards. Demarius Ballard chipped in 6 carries for 66 yards. So Demarius, well, you do the math there, Gary. 228 yards passing, 66 yards on the ground. So he had, what is that?
Right at 300.
Right, almost 300 yards
394,
total offense.
294, I believe.
And figured into 4 touchdowns, running and passing. So Simon Mullis looked good running. A lot of guys catching the football, and Demarius really played his best game of the season. He's our player of the game, and the play of the game was that first pass from Demarius Ballard to Finn Mertens, 76-yard, which put the Bears on the scoreboard early. And I won't recap all of the scoring. I did that at halftime. Second half, Demarius Ballard scored in the third quarter from 10 yards out, capping a 57-yard drive, 6 plays. And then let's close it out on the stats, mentioning this, a great kick, as Brian Grisham pointed out, 42 yards, which is up in the top 4 of all time. That's a good long kick for any high school kicker. 42 yards by Grant Haney. Great night overall for the Bears.
It sure was. Again, our player of the game, brought to you by Dell Heating and Air, is Demarius Ballard. You heard Earl's stats. Just call Dells.com. And our medical center play of the game was a pass from Ballard to Finn Mertens for 76 yards and the first Bear touchdown of the game. Also, congratulations to our Pizza Hut winner tonight. That was Brent Shadden. Brent Shadden, you knew the answer to the question, which was who was the former Cleveland coach who also coached Ooltewah, and that, of course, was Benny Monroe, and we all remember Benny. But Brent Shadden, congratulations. Stop by the office there on Mouse Creek Road, pick up your certificate, and go down to the Pizza Hut. Enjoy a large pizza of your choice on knowing the answer there. For Earl Rowan, for Brian Grisham, great job sideline pointing tonight. Earl, try to get here on time next week if you can.
I'll do my best.
And get your wife straightened out so you can be here when we go on the air at 5:30. This has been Gary Omi, and thanks to all the guys for making this video possible here throughout the game on the Bear Network and through YouTube. Until next time, we'll say simply, God bless.